Welcome back to the lovely playstyle of weird people. We're down a few people today. We've been down a few people for the last few weeks, thus I have not streamed. One of them was me for a while. So, you want to go through an update of what we've all done in the last 2 or 3 sessions?
Sure, go ahead, Bacon.
Me?
Let's see if I can do the quick 2-minute wrap up of this. The one of the original quests that the group had was to go find out what was going on with the goblins down along the 10 trail entry into the north. Well, they decided finally to head that direction as long as they made an agreement not to stop by crashed
Meteor.
the crashed meteor because apparently Briar is still wussy. Um Well, they cleared out a goblin fort that was attacking um, uh, pa- not passengers, waygoers throughout the 10 trail entrance between the spine of the world, and they cleared the place out, have proof that this is not going to happen again, and in fact, they were so nice they left the women and children alive. So there will probably be part two coming back to bite them in the butt later.
Future
Oh,
people to kick our butt.
that's right. Let's see. What else have you guys been up to since this has gone down? What else have you missed? Yeah.
They did a bunch of
Uh,
stuff in the south, yeah, and then we headed up north, and now we're
now
headed
where
to a
they were
black
in
cabin.
Lonelywood. They were in Lonelywood. Yes, they were heading to the Black Cabin to the north of Lonelywood, northeast of Lonelywood. And on the way there, they swung by the town of Lonelywood and were greeted by the speaker of the town, who not only offered them cookies but also offered them the inn as payment if they would please help destroy this moose that's gone crazy, this white albino moose that's gone crazy inside the lonely wood,
Yes.
killing off their hunters, furrers, their trappers,
We
and
found another
such.
blue-eyed person.
Yes, and that person is gone now.
Howler was finally found another blue-eyed person, so he doesn't have to keep asking if everybody's blue-eyed.
That's right. And they slain the giant moose, and at the same time they found a druid who was taking control of these beasts of the north. And they also released a shrub who, for some reason, didn't like working for this druid and told them everything about, including the fact that there was a really nice dinosaur-like creature in the Mare Daldron that is probably really happy that they're not going to be under the control of this druid anymore. Unfortunately, they had to let the little shrub know that they beheaded that creature before they could make friends.
It tripped and fell.
Yeah, on your sword multiple times,
Yep.
apparently. So they also happen to find there's now in this party with a party of 3. There's actually a party of 4 because they found a good mummy who is joining in and now has joined the
Mummy.
party. Yep. And we don't have a name for this mummy, apparently. Well, the mummy can't talk, so.
It didn't know the mummy had a name. What was the
What was the
name?
mummy's name? Let's find this mummy's
I
name.
did not. That was at the end. I don't think I took that note.
The mummy's name, yes, is called. The mummy actually has a name called Sanar, Sahnar, a moon elf mummy. Yes, Sahnar. You are correct. It is a moon elf mummy, and currently it is under the orders of one Briar Ironbush. He was the first person to tell it to do something.
And what did he tell her, Moonbriar Bush?
It asked who freed it, and I said we all did.
And it said, "So you did, okay?"
Yeah.
But you told it to do something. What was it?
Mm.
Do you remember?
Oh yeah. Basically, when we came to the uh, the big one that we're gonna fight at the end, hopefully, and defeat to make sure help us with that.
It's in the name.
Yeah. The Icewind Dale.
Rime of the
Uh,
Frostmaiden.
yeah, the
Frost
Frost
Maiden.
Maiden. So it's already agreed to that, so we know we got it that far.
But it's
Unless
following
something
you around
happens.
now because of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
At a very slow pace. But it
Does it
is
get
following
cold
you.
in the snow? I mean,
Nope.
okay.
Nope.
It just travels even slower in the snow.
It's just
Can we
it's
just put it on a horse or a beak thing
don't think it's gonna be able to hold onto a horse, but it
and
has
does it
a
not have
walking
arms?
speed of 20. It does, but it's not agile enough to shift its weight and keep itself happy
Yeah,
as a clam.
this is where
We
having
have
the
ropes.
Yeah, you could tie it down. Better let it know what it's doing.
dog sled would be very helpful right now because you just put it on the dog sled.
And you
Well,
Well,
remember
if we
what the
wouldn't have
mummy?
let all the dogs get eaten,
That is true. And
we
does
could have a
anybody
dog
remember
sled.
what this mummy smells like?
Potpourri.
Elderberries,
Pumpkin spice.
pumpkin spice.
So we should have
That's
met
my
it back
special
in
move for
October
it.
Probably.
when
Yep.
everything was
The
pumpkin
magic
spice.
and the materials used to preserve this mummy have the effect of making it smell like pumpkin spice. It does not look like pumpkin spice though.
Well, as long as it doesn't look like Sporty Girl or Spice Girl,
Exactly.
Sporty Spice Girl, I think we're good.
I'm almost wondering if we want to get like a sled to. Will Axbeak pull sleds?
This is what your friend looks like.
I'm sure you could jimmy rig something for it to pull a sled,
That's
but
what's following
it's
you.
probably not going to be the ideal way of doing it.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking if we get another Axbeak, and then as we find stuff like loot and stuff, at some point if we get everybody here, we may need another Axbeak.
No, we're okay with everyone here
Yeah.
because we have that ability to.
Bump somebody off.
Yeah, here's the thing. So can can we take and just drape sonar over the back of an axe beak like we would packs, like a pack,
Like a dead
and
body,
then yeah,
because
and then
she is a dead
distribute.
body.
Yeah,
I don't see a reason why not. Um,
I mean, if
but
he tells her to do it, she'll do it, right? Lay it
uh,
across
Yeah.
to your.
yes, unless it damages the mummy.
right.
How big and tall is the mummy?
It's what
And
is an average? Where it doesn't say male or female. So what's an average moon elf's height? 5'9".
Yeah, something like that.
elves usually run a little tall otherwise, so probably in the 5'9" to
Do you
6'2"
want do you
range.
want Senar to be male or female, or was male or female?
I think Sonara's a female name, ain't it?
That's up to the DM.
No, no,
Yeah,
no. We're gonna let this
something.
guy pick his new puppy.
I thought you said it was a king or something like that. That's why I thought it was male.
Okay, well, I don't. I do not see any form of a king in here, so it's no, we're not gonna make it kingish.
Well, could you
Mhm.
really tell what sex a mummy was? Does a mummy really have
I
a
just don't
sex?
think you want to offend it. So does speak common and elvish.
What would a mummy weigh, I wonder?
A lot less than a regular person.
Like 50,
There's a little
75
there's
pounds?
a little bit less meat to the bones.
Exactly, it's just bone and wraps. You're probably looking at maybe 80 pounds.
Okay. So I wasn't too far off. I'm
Does she
typing
need to
this up in
breathe?
my note.
Can we have her crawl into a bag of holding? Do we have a bag of holding yet? I don't know.
We don't have a bag of holding yet that you know of.
I mean, I just looked in a online wiki, just the basics that would come up in the top of a Google search, and it said she.
Okay, there you go. She.
I was figuring that from the name.
Yeah,
Okie dokie.
that's not what I remember. I was Probably not
Hi, Dash.
listening or just very very improper assumption.
So
All right.
you are you going to head back to Lonelywood, and how are you heading back with a mummy?
Probably the way we just said. So especially if I assume out in the woods is where, for whatever reason, or probably it's probably easiest if we just assume if we say that narratively Finnick comes back with us and we'll just kind of stay in town
Hey,
somewhere, or is it easier? Is there stuff you just don't want him with us at this
we
point
needed to
at all?
We needed to recapture rations, so he went out onto the
Well,
lake to fish.
that or when you get back to Lonelywood, he decides he's going to use some of his contacts to try and set up this inn.
Sure.
He's going to take partake in his trying to maybe this is his ability to look at mom and say, "I don't live at your house anymore."
Well,
He's
it's right on. It
procuring the
almost seems
staff.
like he already
He
has
already
lived
knows.
his whole life, and he knows. So he could be looking to. This is the looking to set up for his post adventuring endeavors.
All right, so I
Yeah,
need
Bacon's
somebody. I
going to
know you.
become a speaker, and
you-
he's going to become
uh,
an inn runner.
So I know that you guys are in Lonelywood, and you guys took a while to find this place. So I need someone to roll a d12.
Yep. Now, before we came in, I would have put something over like a cloak or something to
Yeah,
obscure. You want me to roll a d12 or y'all want to?
go for it.
There's a d11 already,
There we
so
go.
someone already wrote. All right, so based on finding this elven tomb, it's going to take you 11 hours to get your way out of Lonelywood because you don't actually put little red flags up on trees every time you pass them so you don't walk in circles. So now that that's happened,
This is what happens when Finnick's not here to lead us.
I need somebody to roll a d20. Briar rolls
Go
a 2.
for it.
All right, nothing happens in the first 3 hours. Need another d20.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
There we go. That's how you
That
started
that
off.
that's how you do it. All right, let's go over to this page now. Okay, so Boop. All right. So we're playing. I guess technically Finnick is still there because it's what he does. Well, let's go with this. Let's see where are you guys on this map. There you are. We got Howler, we got Briar, we got Bacon. This is the one we need to disappear. Boop. All right. So now let me add some things to this. La 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 la. Something totally different. Open another window on here. Do. Okay. Get out of there. Go back to here. Sorry, I didn't expect anybody to roll a 20. And badoop and yoop badoop. Alrighty. And now I need to make a thing for your guy. Doop a doop. Doo, 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 doo.
Doop a doop.
Boop-a-doop, yep, boop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's open that up and give somebody. Who's controlling you? Controlled by. What's your mummy's name is Sarhar?
H,
Sahnar.
right? Sahar.
That's one of those. Okay.
Sahnar.
Sahnar. Okay, save
Yeah, I put it
settings.
right above the picture.
Trying to figure out how to give it to. Save the settings. Now it's it's a character, isn't it? Add character. That's what I needed right there. La 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 la. I need this back. Yeah, I'm having to create this here since this wasn't supposed to be created, but we're gonna make it happen. We're going all in on this. That's all I gotta say.
I was to say, technically, I don't know if it's on the list, but if
There you
Steve
go.
goes into the extras and manage extras, you should be able to add.
Oh, it's already done. I'm already there.
Yeah, a creature. I don't
There it
know if
is.
it's in here though.
It's official.
So I rolled a 20, and this is the big
Yeah,
this
this is
is
what you guys decided to.
the big battle with the Frostmaiden. Let's do it. All right, let's
That's
go.
it. We're good. So let me get
Well,
this.
it was a good campaign.
All right. So this is for you. You should see.
We got it. Three of us. We got this. We got this.
Okay. So this
The
should be.
DM will never let us die.
All right. So let's see if this works. La 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 la. As you guys are walking through this, traipsing through this forest, enjoying your own little walk around, you guys should see yourselves in the top left corner. If you're looking at the screen, you should see yourselves in the far top left, top right. I mean, that's what I meant.
You'd be laughing so hard that we'd get like 10 free rounds of attacks, and then we die.
Yeah, you should. Okay, so we'll do this. All right, so
Run away!
run away, run away. All right, as you guys are
Does Briar
approaching
have
down through
control over
this,
the mummy
you
token?
should have the mummy token. Can you move the mummy token?
No, I cannot. I can move myself, but not the mummy.
Hold on. Hold on. Come on, mummy, open up. Mummy, where is it? Mummy. Mummy.
As I've been
Sonar.
thinking about this at some point, since I know Bacon's missing his kitty so bad, I may wind up giving him a replacement pet for his missing kitty.
You guys
I
never talked about the kitties on what
I
happened
know.
over the time. Your
I
great cat creations.
see. I'm always playing with my kitty. Now the question is my kitty
Player's
gonna
journal
unravel
can
my
be
mummy?
edited and controlled by. Okay, so I have controlled by Briar. It's no
That is a
longer.
good question, because if a little kitten encountered a
Can
real
you move him
mummy,
now?
they would just constantly be swatting and playing with the fray the ends.
Yeah, the rags. Can
Yeah.
any of y'all click on the mummy? Because I cannot.
Nope.
Nope.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I have to do it this way.
We got
Now try
sound
it.
coming through, right? Yeah, we got sound.
Got it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now you have that thing. All right. So what you can or cannot do with your mummy is you cannot give the mummy a specific thing. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase that. You can only give the mummy a very generic thing, such as assist to fight, protect cat, blah blah blah. It
Attack
decides
dwarf.
how it wants to do that. Attack dwarf, exactly. Other
Hopefully,
than that, all right. So the four of you are traipsing around this little forest, and what happens? So go ahead, take your walkie-walkie.
Well,
Are
Stand
you
5
riding
feet behind
X-Fix or
Bacon.
you're walk?
I mean, Briar would be in front.
Question is, if we're riding axe beaks, the mummy would be on riding with who?
You're mute. You don't.
You're muted. You're talking
Yeah,
to the wall.
I can hear
If we're
you
on
echoing off of the walls.
with axe beaks, who would the mummy be riding with?
Well, right now he's just a sack of potatoes, as far as I remember
Yeah.
hearing about it.
It,
So I'll say
is
he's
there
over at the
enough
back.
room for the mummy to fit with Briar?
It's a skinny mummy, sure, but you probably would have to tie it down. It's not going to hold on.
That's fine.
Yeah.
As long as the mummy can be with Briar, that's perfect. Because then Briar can, is the one who controls it, so that the mummy will be up in the front if there's problems.
Okay.
Cape, so I'm gonna move 30 feet forward, and we're following this trail basically, right?
That's up to you.
Yep.
Do
If
we
you're on that
sense any
speed, you can
trouble
move
or
up to
anything?
50 feet.
Why would you suddenly be thinking there's trouble? I mean, for you to suddenly in the middle of the forest go, do we see any trouble? Just because there's a map.
And we're headed south, so we're like
Yeah.
going down to the bottom.
Yeah. So 50 feet movement.
Mhm.
So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
I
30.
yell out to him. I'm like, "Are we supposed to be going that way, or are we supposed to be going the other way?"
So roll your perception there,
Oh,
sir.
wait, that's right. Because
I
we're
mean,
headed.
it's
That's the
taken us
lonely
11
wood.
hours to get out of here, so we don't know where
Yeah.
we're going anymore. I
So
mean, we could be
percent.
going
Oh,
up,
no.
and
Get
this
to
thing
where
could
you
be
were at
sneaking
and then
behind
roll
us.
your perception, not
I
before
think I
you
was
get there.
there. Let me find perception.
It's under per.
I know.
Yeah, while you're up there, you notice something across the way, a little bit above you, staring at you, growling at you from about 15 feet away off to your right. It just kind of came up to the ledge and showed itself with a grrr.
Are they falling right behind me or?
I don't know, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to ask them.
Yeah. Tom said yeah.
Okay,
So
good.
they'd be falling right behind me. I'd quickly point it out.
I just didn't know if this was everyone move
Yeah,
or
everybody's
what they
moving
can
as a
Yeah.
do.
group. I mean, unless you're doing
Okay.
like leapfrogging 50 feet at a time.
Yeah. So I quickly point that out.
Okay. So you point that out, and while we're here, we might as well just get some in here. Let's just get this out of here. Give me some love.
See if I'm like, oh wait, you pointed out, so like let me
Up
roll.
to the right.
I roll with advantage, and I still don't see. Like,
Oh God.
it's too much snow. What are you pointing at?
I
The
point right
Briar? What do you see?
there. Just below that boulder on top of that hill. To the left of that green acacia twig.
Well,
3
I
foot
see the twig. It's just
Okay.
to the
it's just
right
like
of it.
slightly blowing in the wind.
It's right
Clean your
there, and I like
goggles.
describe it to you in exact detail with my 19 perception.
Exactly. You go look. It's pretty.
Oh wait, is that snowdrift moving? Is that what you mean?
That fluffy snowdrift.
It growled,
Oh,
right?
do you need
Yes, it's
initiative
yeah. Yep.
now?
I take, yeah. Okay.
Oh, click. All right. I may not have seen it right away, but I'm ready.
But
I'm
you're ready.
ready for it.
So how do we roll the mummy's initiative, or do we? Or just say it goes with me?
I thought,
Roll a 20. Am I adding it to the?
Oh,
or is this the case where you said it acts immediately following?
Yeah, okay. That works. It'll act immediately following you.
sounds good.
So I'm just gonna put Sonar after Briar. Okay.
Yeah,
So
just
right
put her
now
at
it
a
looks
12
like okay, put
in
it at a
case
12.
something else comes in between it.
There you go. Okay. So Briar, sorry, Bacon. What do? You see this beastie hanging up above you,
Uh,
growling at
I,
you, going grrr.
I see something white moving. I'd be like,
Yes,
all right. if you, I trust you. I trust you, gents. And I will cast 2 bolts of Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
So first one, I assume an 11 misses.
That's a miss.
This is appropriate because
That one hits.
yep, because I was trying to. It must have moved out of the way of the first one. I got a better look at it, and it takes 2 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to I'm going to maneuver myself. Assuming they could come down that way, I'm going to go step off the trail right there. I'll hop off the axe beak. Like I'll quickly, if I can quickly just like throw the reins of the axe beak over the nearest tree to the left, and I'll hop off and to the right in front of Howler.
They're semi
Yeah.
domesticated that the longer you work with them, the more they'll just sit there and eat the vegetation. So you go there. Are you done?
Done.
All right. Well, let's see. So while you guys are looking that way, suddenly off to your right there, whatever the hell your name is, Briar, you see, or sorry, now off to your left, because off to your right was the other one. Suddenly there's something coming to your side, and it's taking a nip at your legs. And does a 10 hit you?
Did I spot any other ones with a 19?
Nope.
Well, nothing that you can see.
Okay.
And so that's him. Briar, what are you gonna do? So you felt something air pass you to your left.
I
Yeah.
would, if I felt something, I'd either try hit it or kick it
Okay, well
as
with a
I look.
perception of 12, you might see it, but go ahead.
Yeah. So unarmed, that'd be an unarmed attack, right? As a
Sure.
response.
Strength attack.
Oh, okay, strength attack.
Or if you have the unarmed actual, yeah, you do. You have unarmed
Yep.
strike. Just hit cancel. There you go. Bottom one.
Unarmed. There we go.
And you break your boot. Okay, so that happens. So now what do you do?
I'm Bacon dismounted, right?
Yeah, he's off on the.
Yep.
He's in
Yes.
the grass, wood, snow over there.
Okay. I'm looking to see what hit me now. Do I see it?
Sure. You still have another attack.
Yep. So I'm gonna go with the long sword attack now that I see it and I know what it is for my second.
And yeah, you still miss this furry beast. Okay, currently it's now the mummy's turn, unless you're gonna move.
I'm not gonna move.
Okay, it's the mummy's turn, but the mummy's tied to your axe beak.
Yep.
So
Can't
all
do
you hear
anything.
is. All right, so mummy doesn't do anything. Well, now you actually see something, Howler. As you see bursting through these bushes, coming straight at you. We'll need this one. You see this coming. And now he's going to try and get to this side of you so that there's one on each side of you. And he's going to attack. And well, and we're going to go to advantage on this one. So he rolls it twice. 10, no, and a 16. No. And it's now Howler's turn.
That's only
You see
on
3
me.
dark brown, large dire wolves dying to fight you.
I walk up and untie the mummy
Okay.
so it can assist. Is that my action or bonus action
That's gonna
or
be your action. Are you
okay?
cutting the ropes or the cutting the tie downs or are you just untying them?
I would
Cutting
just
them, bonus
untie them.
action.
Yeah, I would
Untie is gonna
untie
take your
them
full
because we
action.
never know when we need a rope. So,
Okay, so that's
um,
gonna be your action then. Not your
okay,
movement, but your
yep.
action.
And then as a, how damaged are you? Did you
No
get
one's
hit?
taking any
Nobody's
damage.
got hit yet. Okay.
Nope.
Well, the wolf up there has, if you want to heal him.
When you untie the mummy, do you help it down off the axe beak or leave it up there?
Is that a touch? Is that touch? No,
It's
within
just gonna
60 feet.
fall.
As a bonus action, then I will cast Shield of Faith on Briar, so his AC
Okay.
goes up by 2.
Okay, so just
Nice.
remember your AC is now 21.
And then I will take a step back again and prepare for whatever's going to happen
Big
next.
shield looking thing in the middle that you don't do anything with. It's a 22.
Yep.
It's 21. All right, so now it is. Oh, bacon.
All right. So, I'm gonna attack. I wish I was. And then I'm going to go around to the other side, so I'm next to
Yeah.
both of them. I think. Let me just real quickly make sure that's what this thing allows me to do. Slashing within 5 feet of me. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and green flame blade attack the one on the top.
Okay. That hits. Sorry, I'm looking at
Wait,
16. No problem. No, go ahead. Thought that was your roll. That hits.
so that is, oh, that's a good start. Uh, all right, so that is a total of 13 on that one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, well, actually, there's going to be a little bit more. I'm going to use my last die of Bardic Inspiration to do slashing
Okay.
maneuver. So that is actually a total of
Got it.
17
Mhm.
damage to the one on top and 4 damage to the one on the bottom.
Okay. And then anything else?
And that's it. I'm done.
Okay. So
Battle
now
music.
this one down at the bottom, he's still like. Well, now there's somebody closer to him, so it's bacon.
We need
I'm
some
go.
battle music. I gotta
I'm going to
find
say
out.
that Sanar
Yep,
was
sounds
draped
lovely.
over with his feet up here and his head down here, so that means he would fall off this side
Okay.
or slide off to the north side of you. So this wolf is now going to take a bite out of bacon, or at least
So
attempt.
Snar would be there.
Yep. And this is just a public roll. So let's see. A 6 misses you, but he does have somebody within 5 feet of you. So 25 hits you. What's that automatic
Yeah,
crit?
it's an
Ouch.
automatic crit. I'm taking it.
So another. So this is
See, the
a
one time I don't put the shield on you.
Yeah,
two
I
d.
know.
God,
So two d6. So I get 2 more d6.
Yeah, you double it. Unless that's already the crit.
No, that's just 2d6 plus 3, and then there's two. The
So
roll.
max damage and plus 2 more. All right, let's see.
You can take it. 9 more. 21
Wow,
points
you
of
rolled
damage.
3 out of 4 sixes. 21. Wow.
All because he gets advantage to attack. Otherwise, he would roll a 1.
Oh, oh, nasty doggies.
Briar, your turn.
All right. It takes an action to dismount, right?
Yes. No,
Okay.
no, no. It takes bonus action to dismount
Okay.
because you're just dropping off the XP.
So I'm gonna drop off here and hit this one. This way I'm between Briar and 2. So I'm gonna hit that one
Okay.
there
Go ahead.
in action. First longsword. 10 hit.
That misses.
And then longsword, the next one.
That hits.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
4.
Wait, wait. No, that does not hit. That does not hit. I had the wrong one up.
Okay.
I'm keeping multiple windows up. So you did not hit the puppy.
Yep.
Are you moving anymore?
Nope, I'm standing there.
Now, since he dismounted, does this guy get a opportunity to attack?
You should, yeah.
But does he get the advantage because it's between the two of them?
I'm pretty sure he does.
So 14 misses,
as long as they have
10
a
misses.
friendly within whatever it's attacking. So if it's
5 feet.
attacking the mummy or Briar, then probably not. But if it's attacking
But
Bacon, then yes.
right. Well, I was saying he was still in that position when he
Right,
got
when you
attacked.
moved away from there, so the
Yeah.
Now
opportunity.
he's made it there
Yep.
with.
Yep.
So that's the opportunity to attack. So Briar, are you moving anywhere?
Nope, I'm standing here Try to
Okay,
protect bacon.
so it's now Sahar. What is he gonna do? So he gets so roll a um. Well, you don't get to choose what he's gonna do. He's just what. Well, you haven't told him to do anything.
Okay. At some point I'm gonna be yelling attack this while I'm
I
attacking.
was gonna say, I
So
thought he said something. That's the reason why he was squirming to get off, and he couldn't
No,
last
the
round.
only time he's given it the only command you've given it so far is fight the Rime for the Frostmaiden when we fight her.
yep,
This isn't the Frostmaiden.
I know.
So, but
So
you
now
still
it's
can
just
say,
standing.
or you can leave it as a always assist me.
Yep. So I'm gonna yell attack while I'm attacking.
Okay, so it's going to take its attack. So here's
And
its attack.
Just keep in mind that if you move more than 20 feet, and it won't be able to get to your
Keep up with
target.
you.
yep.
Correct. So it swings and it hits the puppy for a
Nice.
total of, yeesh.
Riding fist.
Okay, so here's the first damage.
He's a little rusty. He's been lying in the grave or she's been lying in the grave for like how many years?
Need to
Okay,
give her a little
so then
Starbucks.
it damages that much more.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
So
wow.
that's now down to
Wow.
this.
That's
And
pretty
these
nice.
things need to roll a constitution.
So a single hit does 5d6 plus 3 damage from her. That's
And it
huge.
failed its constitution. The person cannot regain, and it's a point. Okay, so tell me how this. Okay, 24 hours. Never mind. You're good. That's Sahara's turn. So now it's this guy's turn up top. You see the top wolf? He's going to take a jump of faith. He's going to see how well he does.
They have good decks. Let's see.
Yeah, he does really well.
Oh.
So but he's jumping down. So he's 2 attacks on Briar, a 16 and a 1. Yeah,
He gets
okay.
advantage on him.
Oh, that's right. That's the first attack. That was it. That was his attacks. The second bite was the advantage. So that can only roll it once at a time. So he did his 2 attacks, both missed. Because you've like a 21 now.
Yep.
All right, and that wolf is a howler.
Yeah. Hello is bacon. I can't see with him over the top of him.
Just like at half. 20 out of 41. Just barely bloodied.
I'm going to do then a healing word at 3rd level.
Wow.
Well, I can't get in there to touch you, otherwise I'm sitting in the middle of all of it too. So 11 hit points.
Excellent. Thank you. That's huge.
And let's see. Bonus action.
Oh, this is the perfect time to use that.
So that was my bonus action as a healing word. So as my action, I can still take a regular cantrip attack, right?
Yeah. Because you haven't cast a
I cast a
healing word
spell,
was a
but I can't.
bonus.
Correct, but that's a bonus action. I
All right.
just can't cast another leveled spell.
Correct.
So I will. Which are any of them injured yet?
You see the one between Briar and Sonar. This one looks hurt.
Okay, that's the one I was going to
This
go
one
for
looks
anyways.
hurt.
So I will
And
do
this one looks
that.
hurt.
So I need a wisdom save from the one between everybody.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
That's this one, right?
Really, a 1 and a 5, 6 points of damage. Yep. To the one in the middle.
Every little bit helps.
Good prayers, boy. I told you your God is listening to you.
Oh, and that happens to be his
Today.
turn. So it's Bacon's turn.
All right. Um, and let's just move down here away from the other wolf. And
Someone's learning about pack tactics all of a sudden.
yeah, and I just remembered for like I've been waiting this whole campaign to use my sorcerer ability to once per I can use my reaction once per round to take away the advantage on it on
Ah, okay.
or disadvantage, and I totally missed doing that in last round. Anyway, okay, gonna same thing I did before, my usual. Well, and I miss. I'm done.
It's the pumpkin spice that's throwing us off.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
I'm just
take a free swing at him
okay.
because he likes his pack tactics.
Um, I'm not going to kill it, so I'm not going to use my reaction to take an attack.
Okie doke. So one attack on Big Boy?
And
No.
it does not get advantage. I use my reaction to remove advantage.
There you go. So you got to use it. Woohoo, go team. Can't say you
Yes.
haven't used all your skills. Briar?
Okay. So
Restore
since this
balance.
one's attacked me and the other one has not yet,
They've
I'm
both
at
been hit.
yep. I'm gonna attack this one here. And as I'm hitting it, I'm gonna yell at Mummy, hit this one too.
You said you already went with the assist me.
Yep,
So
that
he's going to
works.
hit the one you're hitting.
So sword, 12 hit,
No.
and another long sword.
No. And you're hitting this guy right here. Right?
Yeah, this one right there.
Look over here. This one?
Yeah, the one
One in the
that's below
bottom.
me.
There we go. Okay, so there now. Finally something blinked.
Yeah,
Okay. So you do nothing. So Sonar's going to move in because that's what we want.
yep.
And you see your mummy attack and hit for 18 points on this
Nice.
guy. And that was you, then Sonar. So it's this wolf's now attacking you. So there's two of these attacks. 23 hit you? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you take that much. He
9
doesn't need
damage.
another attack. And it is now Howler.
Um,
You know you can just look it up here.
I will move
Just
to
open up a window and
there,
type in mummy
I
and you
know.
can have all this.
I'll get to that in a little bit.
and
Okay. That's how I do it. It's easy to click things.
That's why I've got these 3 open. I just haven't had time to read through them yet.
cast
Gotcha.
Cure Wounds on Bacon again.
Okay.
Huh. Almost just as much as a third level spell for a first level spell. Another 10.
That
Nice.
brought me exactly up to full.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, and maintaining my concentration, but now I'm within wolf range to keep his AC up. So that's all I got.
Okie dokie. So it is Dead Wolf's turn. Doesn't happen. Bacon.
All right. Step forward again and do my standard attack. And just still trying to I got to oh those claws.
Oh, a
Gotta
little rusty.
yeah, no, it tore through the even healed the tendons are a little stiff.
So this wolf Still going at Bacon. Because apparently nothing's hitting him from behind.
You mean Briar?
The Briar, sorry, Briar.
Miss.
Miss. Then it is now Briar's turn.
Okay. I am hitting that one. Long sword.
I do not think you're hitting it. I don't think you understand what hitting
All right,
means.
I'm getting pissed, and I'm gonna unload a bunch of hate.
A little bit more 8. Yeah, you hit him that time.
Yeah, 6 damage.
All right. 9. Cool. And then your mummy friend walks up, growls.
Good thing we have the mummy.
He's
Yeah.
doing everything. There's
'Cause-
that damage.
Right,
That
because
damage.
without Finnick around, we would have been. This battle would have lasted all night.
And that one falls.
Maybe.
And now it's
I might actually fight if we needed it,
Oh,
but we don't right now. So
he's
Yep.
1 attack on you. Oh, that wasn't the one I needed. 1 attack on you. There. Because the other one's now dead. 13 misses. So now it's Howler's turn.
was that one damaged at all?
This one is damaged. Yep.
A wisdom saving throw. Saves, nothing happens.
Do you move?
Nope.
Okay. That one's dead. Bacon's turn.
All right.
You take
Run
out the other
forward.
battle axe.
Yeah. No. I only got one battle axe. And as I'm running forward, I just kind of windmill my arms, my shoulders, loosen them up. And I swing. Oh,
And a miss.
Did we hear a
Okay,
snack crackle
this one's
pop?
dead. It's Briar's turn.
dead.
All right.
Oh,
I'm going after this one now with a load of hatred again.
Your load of hatred really doesn't care.
All right. I scowl as I swing
That time it does something.
for another 12 slashing.
he's a wily one.
The
Yep.
mummy should move
I
up
don't
there
want to
next
be
to me.
hit by
Mummy's
no
going to.
weapon.
And the mummy finally misses. Wah, wah, wah. And it's now his turn. And he's going to he just likes the big thing in front of him. And he misses. So it's now Howler.
Man. Wisdom saving throw. Because I'm sure
On the
these things
mummy?
are
Okay.
Huh?
On the mummy? Okay.
No. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're dexterous, so I don't want to do Sacred Flame. I want
Bacon.
to keep doing Toll the Dead.
I missed.
Okay.
A
Briar?
little closer. A little closer. The kinks are working out.
Okay, when you say that, Howler, the mummy looks back at you.
There's my first hit for 20.
Oh, that is a
And
hit.
I yelled to
That the
Bacon,
wolves
this
are
is how
pretty
you do it.
dexterous?
No, that you keep using Toll of the Dead.
Yeah, well.
It looks back at you
Inside
like,
their head,
what?
the bells go off and not the undeads.
Oh, look at
17 total on the wolf.
you. Nice.
Nice.
After the first hit, I look at Bacon and yell at him, this is how it's done.
Oh, really? You're gonna bring that up?
Yep.
And you're all right. That's well, his last chance to
My
do anything is gonna
clavicle
be.
was almost showing through by the doggy's bite. Wouldn't be
8
having
more.
so much trouble.
And the wolf, as its last chance, takes a bite at Briar and gets through some part of your leg. And then Howler stands up and says,
I stand up and say something?
"Hear the bells of the undead in your head."
No.
No, okay.
I'll step forward and I'll cast Cure Wounds on
Briar.
Mr. Briar. Yeah. And he gets 1 hit point, so that's 3 total.
3. Yay!
Hey, every 3 help.
Well, it was an
No,
8 for Tom,
that's
but only a 1
bacon.
for you.
Do better.
All right, let's finish off the beastie. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh
For
yeah.
for do you want me to roll the fire damage too?
Sure, you can cook him if you'd like. He's dead. He only
Okay,
had 6 left.
that's all that matters.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you've got chopped up dogs on the ground. Good job.
All right.
So we've got. I'm putting you back on the main map.
Go and retrieve our.
I'm sure we searched animals, nothing. I am gonna cut the best ear off the best one of those 3.
Okay. You have wolf ear.
Yep, for my kitty cat to play with.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Great. I was surprised you didn't say, "Wait, don't kill one. I can keep it as a puppy."
No, 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 no. I got enough pets.
Apparently you do. You're collecting. All right. So that was the second 3-hour walk. Who's doing the next? I need a 20 cider.
Yeah, you can call the next session Briar's Menagerie.
Mm-hmm. 20 cider. Tom
I'll
did
roll
that
it.
one. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say okay. Briar
No,
got it
Briar
6.
did.
We've got 2 hours left,
Sorry
so
about
this
that.
time only roll a 10 cider
Go ahead, Heller.
because you're closer to town. Just don't roll a 9 or a 10. Okay, you're good. You make it back to Lonelywood all lonely like. As you pull into Lonelywood, let me get you there. All right, you pull into Lonelywood. You come in from the northeast-ish, maybe along the coast. Maybe you came in through the front, but you know that you're arriving into town. It's probably in the evening. That'd be my guess.
So
That's
which one is the inn?
The inn is this one right here. If you want to write on the
Ooh, right
the
there.
ramshackle. Yep. If you want to put something on the map saying that would work.
Yep. Let's do that.
Now, the inn is exactly that. It's a building. It's not really set up as an inn. So most of the stuff's probably been and Finnick's been finding that it's stuff has been broken and it's not in how do we put it? It's not in
Working order.
well, housing order enough to, have people come stay at the inn. It might take a bunch of time and money. Now he knows people, so he knows the towns. He might be able to get stuff to it, but it's not like by Tuesday you're gonna have a fully functioning inn.
So it's like an Army or Navy TLF.
Yes, without any equipment or beds, so it's just ground.
One of the Army places I stayed in, they gave us a key, went up, and the door was just propped up against the door seal.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So you arrive back in town and you go to the inn and you now as you're arriving in town, we'll call it dark. So I'm guessing you're still just have the mummy strapped over the back of an axe beak. Are you going to
I
cover
have
it in any way?
I have a blanket or something over it, so it's not noticeable.
And it's not moving, so you get to the inn just in time to drop off said
Mummy.
mummy. Okay. And Finnick is like, okay, works for me, I guess. Um, as you came through town, of course, you smelled those delicious cookies coming from the speaker's house. It is probably 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. Do you go visit
Yeah.
the innkeeper, or are you going to wait till tomorrow?
Oh, there's an innkeeper there?
No, not the innkeeper, the speaker. Sorry,
Oh, the speak. Yeah, I was going to say.
that's what I meant. Speaker, not innkeeper.
We got the moose's head that we liberated to
Yep.
prove we killed it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's go. Yep, let's go show it off.
We'll drop the
Keep,
mummy
keep,
off first,
Oh,
quiet,
so
or
you
and
go
hide
up.
it.
So
or
you head
just kind of keep it strapped over the back of
an axe beak
an
because you
axe
can put
beak.
it up
You
inside
said,
your inn. Put it up on your wall
Our
at the
very
inn.
first decoration.
well, because we need to talk to the speaker to find out where the inn is. Probably because I don't think they ever told us before where it was.
Oh yeah, sure. So she showed when you guys left, she showed Finnick where it was. So she'll walk you over there. She comes out to meet you after you knock when you knock, and you stand proud as you point off to the axe beak standing out front with a moose head, a white moose head with blood in its antlers and blood on its face. I, obviously larger than most, and she's like, so is this the beast that's been causing all this hate and discontent?
What's left of it?
She's like, then you are truly the group that I can't remember, the right people. I got it.
You did. You got it.
Um, she says you truly are the right people. So the rumors are true. And if you would just follow me, I will take you to your friend Finnick said to direct you to the Ramshackle Inn when we got back to town. So she walks inside first, and she walks back out, and it's only around the block. So she gets her coat on and she walks you out. She tells me all about it. Tell me how did it work? What happened? What did you find?
Well, it did have a master, and we took the precautions of removing the master too. So
Master, as in there was someone controlling this beast.
working with it,
Yep.
controlling it, directing it.
Oh, really? She asks all about
Do we?
Ravisa, Ravina,
This
Ravita.
is the speaker we're talking to of the town.
Yes, the speaker. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember the name.
Have we talked to anybody else about the Frostmaiden yet?
No. You about came into town, talked to the speaker, and left heading north because you were
No, I just
saying
meant like any of the other towns. Have we talked to them about Frostmaiden
not
stuff?
not directly as in, hey, has anybody heard of the Frostmaid? But
I
in
thought we had. Didn't we
I mean,
talk
you got
to the
some quests.
speaker in Long? Not Long Saddle. In Longshore or whatever that main town, the town we spent the most time in,
East Haven?
East Haven. Yes,
Because then
I
if
Hmm.
thought
the
we.
I'm just wondering because if the speakers are talking, then we could inform her that the one that was controlling them was also controlled by the Frostmaiden.
We can ask her, how much she talks with the other speakers, because that might tell us if we really want to trust her and talk to her a lot or not,
Yeah.
depending on if she's talking to that one speaker.
Well, just because they talk, wouldn't you wouldn't know if they
Yeah.
side with them.
But sometimes you can see the reaction. She may, oh, that scuff, or that, oh yeah, we're great friends. We eat cookies every night.
You ever make cookies for Valpo Sunbelly?
And she said, and she's trying to think Valpost. East Haven Valpost? East Haven Sunbellies?
Oh, aye, yay.
She's like, he's come here before. Not to do, just not much with just traveling. I mean, he likes to fish, so yeah, he's come by. I mean, he's kind of a weird nut, but everybody has that kind in the family.
Of course. I've known him for a few years. He's a good friend.
She says, and he's indeed a good friend. And she walks you around gets you into the inn. You find Finnick in there, and it's pretty barren. It's been gutted of stuff. Um, Stuff could have been used for wood. Could have been used for. They weren't using it as an inn, so but you don't know where. And she explains she doesn't know where all the beds went or all the furnishings went. There may be a table with a chair. Of course, there's a hearth with fire. At least Finnick probably got some together. But it's a pretty um, it's a big open space, so it's going to be cold. Again, the only warmth you really have is the fire.
Okay.
Until that place becomes a move-in and a shaken actual inn, it's going to be, you're going to be putting your bedrolls on the ground.
It's like a warehouse, basically.
Yep. And she reaches into onto her side, and she pulls out a little bag, and she says, "If I remember, it was 125 gold for proof that the beast was killed." And she hands you a pouch,
Is there any
and
good
at the same
is
time, she hands you a key, a second key, because she gave one to Finnick,
All right.
to the inn.
is there any good taxidermies in this town?
Every town, is pride of their huntsmen and their ability to do stuff. Now, whether you believe that, you can have somebody here do it, set it
Yeah.
up. Um, it's up to you.
Well, guys, what do you think about having this moose head stuffed and hung up in here?
Well, if there is no other use for it, sure, it's a good conversation piece.
Why, I remember back in the day.
And for those who want to see, get reassurance it's dead, they can come and see.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good name for an inn too. The White Moose.
I thought I was going to say the dead moose.
And we've got the legend to go behind the name.
That's right. Oh,
Hey,
you get people coming to stay just for the to be part of the legend.
charge them for the price of the first drink, and the first drink's free. See? Advertise free drink with the charge of a price of a first drink to see the moose.
And from the back of your
Yeah.
axe beak, you hear.
Yep. I'll take care
But
of the axe
well,
speak in a little bit. He ate something wrong, I think.
And she leaves you. She asks if there's anything else you need or anything else that you wanna would like, need or whatever from the town. She says, "I'm just up the road, just around the corner."
Is there a back door over here?
Sure, have a door.
Yeah. I'd lead the axe speak around to the back and then quietly take our mummy into the room.
And you're just gonna put him right up next to the fire. All right.
Nope, nope. Off to the side, dark corner. Let her know she can
One little
rest for a
spark
little
middle of
bit.
the night. Whoosh.
Yeah.
And then poof. And I'm gonna let you guys rest for the night while I run and bio. So
Awesome.
I'll be right back.
Resting
Figure out
is
what you're doing. Yeah, take a long.
well. That's easy because we're headed north now.
Yeah. And when we get up north, we got that chest that we got from the, what was it, orcs or goblins that he can check out.
Oh,
So
that's right.
we have two reasons for going up there.
I forgot about that. That actually, I think, was the main reason we decided to go
Yeah.
there because it might help us.
See how he's doing, check in on him. Also, our great friend, I can't remember his name, that's so joyful and to
Copper.
see us. Yeah, Copper. He's
Yeah.
just such a joyous person.
Yeah. Yep. Go talk to him. Hopefully, Macretus is a little more, a little nicer.
Uh,
didn't we talk to
In
him last time?
To Copper, we've only talked to
Oh,
Copper. We haven't gone up to talk to Macretus yet.
yeah,
We've
that's true.
talked to Copper twice.
Oh, that's
And
right.
this is where I would discuss with overnight with Bacon saying, hey, if there's me and Bacon would be talking to see if it'd be better to get the mummy to follow Bacon's command or my command.
I don't think that's a choice. I think you're stuck with it.
I was just wondering if I gave her an order, if I give her an order to listen to your directions. I thought that was the best way to kind of out character, because this is the first time my character has ever interacted with a mummy.
Yeah, it'd be the first time anyone has.
Yep.
Mummy is not exactly your common everyday
Pet.
uh, encounter, especially at low levels.
I'm also thinking probably get some sort of cloak for the mummy to wear.
Yeah, we
But
definitely need.
I'm gonna get 2 cloaks in
Just
case one gets
find
torn
a
or something.
place to leave them until we need them, and then we grab them before we go out
For
to
now,
the
we have the
place that we're
inn. That
going.
that works, but
Yep.
that's not always going to work. We're not always
We
going to be up
always
here.
we always need somebody in the basement of the inn to move stuff around.
So I'd say that because we were going to need the mummy to go into active inns, and kind of go up to the room and just kind of stay there, and it'll be the party member that is really unsociable and only likes to eat in their room. Um, I think we should get like a full set of clothes and put like, you know, boots and pants and like full winter clothing with a hood on him and gloves.
So what was that about extra clothes? Sorry, I was 2 conversations at once.
I say we get a full set of winter clothes and cover the mummy, boots, gloves, full pants and jacket, and a hooded
Burqa
coat.
type mask and stuff.
Yeah, even including, yeah, and a winter mask. That's
Yep.
perfect. With the hood pulled down, nobody could see, and it just becomes, the mysterious
Yep.
party member who never speaks and never eats and eats in the main dining hall.
Sounds good to me. Question is, if I haven't figured out as a character, if the mummy gets damaged, how do you heal something that's not alive?
Do
They
we
re- they
DM? Do
rest.
we have an idea? Do we know how to do that?
Do they rest? Do they sleep? Do they take a
Rest
long
does not
rest?
heal them. They're on this earth for one thing, to do what they're told. And they're pretty I'm trying to think, maybe you could talk to the um not guild, the I'm trying to find it.
Well, Bacon's kind of
The
undead, so
temple or tomb that wrapped them, to find out if the priests or whoever are still around that could help you with that.
Hmm,
It didn't come with instructions.
I know. But next time Corwin appears and shows up, perhaps he'll have an idea or know who to talk to, be able to figure that out.
ask if he has any books on mummies.
Yeah.
Or if we get lucky, we'll find a book on the mummies and then give him a book on mummies and watch him.
So are there? What time of day did we get back to town? Was it late?
About eight or nine.
Okay. When we get up the next morning, we need to buy some clothes for the mummy. Needs to be completely covered. Boots, gloves, pants, jacket with hood.
The winter gear.
Yeah.
Face mask, something like that.
Yeah. Full winter gear.
So you're looking at 10 gold pieces for the full outer
Right.
winter gear.
There you go. How much did
Fur
each of
lined
us?
hat, hood, gobble.
Well,
How
we
much
still have
did?
party funds, so let me just take it out of there because we haven't
Sounds good.
touched yet. So,
Remember, you got 125 gold for the party.
yep. So now there's 116 left because there was one gold still in party funds. All right. So next day, we'll go and we'll grab a meal and need to head to the Black Cabin. Go find McRaetus.
I'm gonna see if I can find a way when we tie the mummy on the back behind me this time to where I can just pull a cord or something and it'll untie itself and fall down on its feet. So in the morning I'll be experimenting with ideas on that and asking y'all if y'all got any better ideas.
Some of the fisherman nuts that Finnick uses might allow you to do that.
Yeah. Always when you need Finnick, where's he at?
But he's at the inn. Just
He's
have
off
him help you
fishing.
before we leave.
That sounds good. This way, now the question would be if we rig up where I just pull a cord, untie, and the mummy falls down on its feet, would that count as an action or a bonus action for future knowledge?
You're not talking.
Uh,
No.
How do I send a
Bacon.
whisper?
Or Briar was. Yeah, you did send a whisper to me. You got my whisper, which everybody can see, if they go to watch the stream, but
oh,
But how do I send it?
you just
You
did.
have to actually, yeah, everyone sees it. So you do /W for whisper,
And then their
and
name.
then you type in howler. And actually, once you start
That says
typing
the
it in,
drop
I think
down. Yep.
drop down, and then you can type what in the message.
So like that.
Yeah, I didn't see anything there, so must have done it correct. Oh, wait, let me look at the stream.
Okay, that doesn't make sense. Because we did a lot of stuff.
Do I have? Oh, I don't think I
Okay.
can. Okay, quality. Oh yeah, I can. Source. Oh, there we go.
I say I guess my Craig cat did not like the wolf's ear. I rolled my
Well, it's a powerful predator. It probably, you know, smelled something, knew it was powerful.
Yep. Well, we have to start getting it used to. Could be. We gotta start getting the cat used to predators and what they smell like, and slowly introducing. So, or it
All right,
just went crazy, tore up the ear.
all right, are we ready to go?
I'm ready. Have-
You're muted.
Are you gonna go follow around to the river and head northeast, or go around the outside?
Yeah, we were following the river. That was what we decided before. Along the river and through the woods.
All the way to grandmother's house we go.
To
Yep.
grandmother's house we
No,
go.
no, because grandma's house is over the river, and we're gonna go along the river.
So you're looking at
So I rolled 1,000 D100s,
and you got 50%.
but did you see how many hundreds
51%.
came up at the beginning? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before we even got two ones. That's
It was
crazy.
a, it was
Anyway,
a lot.
And so we're looking at about, what would you say, 12 miles away? Almost 10 just up to the break in the woods at the top and then hanging a right. So 6
So
hours?
okay,
Someone want to give me a weather?
3.
It's
Who wants to do the weather? I lose track.
Here's the weather.
and a D8.
Someday mine will go through.
And we don't want Howler roll a D100 after that roll.
There
Oh,
we
weather's
go.
beautiful.
Oh,
And a D6, all right?
gorgeous, gorgeous day.
there's your D8.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Someone want to roll me a D20?
Go ahead, Briar. That's good.
And looks good to you. So your first 3 hours seems pretty safe. You're halfway there. Everything's going as planned. Good to go. You know, you might stop a little break, rest your axe beak, might have a little fish, feed the cat, feed the dogs, feed the mummy, whatever. All right, I need one more D20.
Howler.
A D20.
Yep. Hmm. Hmm. That's interesting.
Well, my character dies. See you guys later. Bye.
Hmm.
Crack in the ice falls through. I fall down a giant cavern and die.
You're not getting out of it that easily.
Oh, well, how am I supposed to create a monk if you keep having me play the healer?
Yeah, we got to both die because you create your monk and then I'm going to create a druid.
Gotta find this. There it is.
Mine is just more because we need more damage. That's all I'm thinking. But gonna go like ninja monk with throwing star or something. So I got some ranged
Hmm.
sneak attack.
Really? Okay. Okay. Continuing on. All right. So by the end of this 3 hours, you guys are gonna get to a black cabin.
All right. What do we see? How far from the river is it?
I gotta find the encounter. Okay, where is it? There it is. And all right, we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. And go to this. You guys have been walking in this beautiful, beautiful weather that somebody rolled. And as you're coming up from the east, you're coming from the west, looking up to the east. As you can see in the map of Icewind Dale, there are different levels of the ground. It is a topographical map. You see that it rises and it keeps going up and up and up, heading up towards Calvin's Cairn. Well, off to the distance, you see perched on the edge of a snowy ridge, is above a gorge, is a black lodge on wooden stilts. Whatever path might have led to this ramshackle retreat lies buried under the snow. There are icy steps to climb to a snow-covered walkway that clings to the south side of the structure. The building is slumped posture and sagging. Snow-covered roof is coupled with broken windows and loose, flapping shutter suggests utter abandonment. There are large snowdrifts huddled around the rotting stilts and engulf a nearby woodshed, and an outhouse. Only the wind visits this sinister place. And I'll give you a little dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
Oh, Belt, please stop saying that.
Mhm. I gotta find it.
Do we notice any trails
Dun,
walked into
dun,
the snow or
dun.
anything like that as we approach?
You just got read what you saw.
Right. So no.
The only trail that you could possibly find looks like it was covered up in snow years ago.
Mhm.
All right. So how do we want to approach? Should we just yell out and say, "Hey, Macretus," or do we sneak up?
Well, let me get you into what you guys can see here. Okay. All right. So you guys are coming from the south. As you're coming from the south, you guys should see your map. Let me move you over now. And this is what you see as you're approaching this cabin. You see off to your right, or at least you should see off to your right, except for those of you that are blind. Now I'm gonna give you some light here, Briar. Why? Because you're special.
So there's a thing of wood that we saw as we walked up.
There you go. So as you move, you should be able to see stuff. So if you dangle yourself, you should see stuff. Okay. Oh, I forgot to give you a mummy. I gotta give you a mummy.
We don't need no mummy.
We don't need no stinking mummy. All right.
We got daddies, not mummies.
Oh.
Yeah, if a mummy is the mummy in, horror, then the vampire is the daddy, right?
That's how it works.
One, two, three.
I don't know. I gotta figure you out there again because you're all screwed up.
Aren't you pulling them from like
I
the
am, but
thing?
again, it's like it's totally out there. He's got it. Okay, let me get this. Trying to get my mummy back. Where did my mummy go? There it is. That was it.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to sign in at your house next week.
Why not?
Yeah. Oh, it's next week. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's spring break. Nice.
Because I don't know if I know all my passwords for roll
Oh,
20 and
okay.
everything. That's mostly the reason why.
Okay, so I'm
I'll
gonna
have
I'm
to
gonna go
sit
back
here
to
and
the
figure them out. Make sure I write them down
I'm
before I
gonna go
leave.
back with mummy. Just mummy. Just come on, give me the damn. Arrgh. I want to drop this mummy on the token. This should not be that hard. Mummy. A B C
Be right
D
back.
E H. Mummy. There it is.
There we go. There's a mummy.
You got a mummy?
I
With the
cannot
mummy.
select it.
Oh, you have a mummy. Okay, good. When did you get a mummy? All right. All right. There's a mummy. I want to give you. Okay, Sahar should be a mummy. Edit. Save that as the mummy. Save image as mummy. Okay, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. I'm creating a token.
You should be able to just
I have ways of
control
making this talk.
copy the mummy from the last map where we had it out, where we could move it around and then paste it here.
Exactly. Should. It's not letting me like drop it. That's the problem I'm having. I want to grab it
So,
and drop it in the middle of the
and
audio.
make sure you're in the token layer in
And
the
I am
freaking
in the
field in
token
the
layer. Yeah,
right.
no, I got what I needed. I am so happy now. There.
Okay.
Now I have that little button that lets me grab and drop. So can you control that? Yes, you can. Good. You moved him. Like I said, so yes.
Cool.
Oh, you guys got it all working now?
Yep. We're ready to go. All right. Are we sneaking? We don't have Finnick. Maybe we just walk up.
All right. A little bit more info. Okay. The Black Cabin was built by a ranger to the far north long before the founding of the 10 towns. When he moved on, the lodge became kind of a refuge for others seeking sanctuary from the Ragged Glacier.
Did somebody
And you
tell us
know,
all this stuff? Otherwise, you don't have to tell us this because
no,
we
no,
don't
no,
know
no,
it.
no. I'm letting you know a background of it. And based
But
on
who
what
told us the background? That's what I want to know.
Copper
Okay.
told you. And 6 months ago, Macretus, a sage and devout follower of Lathanar, you know that, was holed up in the Black Cabin with Copper left and said, "Yeah, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're just, all you do is think, 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 think. Can't you open your mouth and use the words that come out? Oh my God, you suck at this." And continued to, be a crotchety old copper. So,
He has such a great personality.
yes, he does. So, what are your plans? What are your thoughts? What do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up?
We're just walking up.
Hey, just walking up. All right, he's gonna walk up.
Go to the front door.
We're gonna all move together.
Okay. I'm just grabbing. I'm
Oh,
just grabbing
crap.
another water.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Want
Like,
me to go up, or you want to go up?
maybe two of us go up. Leave the like maybe you and I go up, and I'll go to the side of the door, and we'll leave the mummy hidden. And might be well, actually, it's all dressed now, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Okay.
So
And to your east, you see the woodshed, and you see another looking square building that you're guessing is an outhouse.
there's an outhouse over there.
Yep.
Okay.
Can't see
There.
nothing past the building. What do you mean?
Oh,
That's
I
right.
see. That so this is now you got to remember that because there's walls all around it is all black to us. We
Yes,
can't
that is
see the
that is an outhouse.
okay. All right. So like I
As
guess
you get closer, right now you are under the house. There, Bacon.
right. So how tall are
20
the
feet
still
above the ground.
20 feet and there's
Do
no
I
way up
see?
there.
Is there stairs right over here that we see?
Yep.
Let's okay. So then yep,
No.
then we'll go over there. Have the yep.
Okay, so Howler, as you get to there,
And I'm walking
there
very cautiously and very
I know.
slowly because it's a
I,
squeaky, broken down place.
it
So
is a rickety snow-covered walkway.
there's no
The
snow
steps,
on it.
yeah, there's snow on it. Um,
I'm
which
brushing
each
that off
board,
with my foot before I step in.
okay, and each board that you step on crackles and creaks underfoot. There is a Okay, so you're good. You can keep walking if you'd like.
Slowly and steadily.
Slowly and
The
steadily.
gap,
Okay.
it will
It's a
step
one-step
up
gap,
to,
so
and yeah, just firmly push my foot on the other side before stepping across to make sure.
it feels this. I'll say this. Every board feels the same squeaky, creaky feeling.
But still
It doesn't
solid,
feel
right?
rotted. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel rotted. Yeah.
When looking in
Okay.
the window, do I see anything as I pass?
As you're passing that little area, just seeing if it tells you anything.
Is it a window or is
you
this like a broken in?
no, that is a window, but it's dark. There's no lights coming from it, so the only light you have is natural light. So it's basically what you see, which is that like, can you actually inside of it? You see, it probably looks like some form of workshop.
Okay. I step to the other side of the door and let the two big guys go first.
Okay.
We're gonna open this one up first.
hmm
Okay.
Okay.
I figure why not?
Oh,
The other one we got to jump over something. I don't really want to do
sure.
that. If maybe we can go in this and walk our way through the building. I don't know.
I listen at the door.
And you hear nothing. Dead silence.
Is it like dead silence? Like we can't even hear anything out here? Like everything is quieter than
Like
normal?
everything is just
All right.
silence. You guys are probably making the only noise that you can hear.
So there's
Do
So
no
we want
birds
knock?
outside, no wilderness, no
It's too
howls,
cold.
nothing.
No, you hear nature, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, that's what I was worrying about.
I whisper to everyone that I would knock if we heard, Macretus in there, but I don't, so I'm gonna try to sneak in, and I try to open the door quietly.
Okay, so you
Does it
creak
open?
the door open, and inside you see frost covering every surface of this abandoned workshop. We can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
I'd normally
There
be
you go.
behind Bacon. I
Oh,
can't see if Bacon stopped at the door or moved forward.
just
Yeah,
from this
go
now
ahead.
move one step in.
Yep, you
There you
can
go.
come in.
Okay. And if Bacon stopped there, I'd normally move in and off to the right.
Okay. All right. So as you walk in, you see this workshop. It contains a set of smith's tools, a set of tinker tools, and they are spread all over this table in the middle, along with some twisted bits of metal. The bookcase against the north wall has a family of harmless squirrels living in it. They come and go through a tiny hole in the floor near one of the cabin's stilts below. Apart from scraps of paper or othered um, detritus that the squirrels have collected, the bookshelf holds nothing of interest. You see on the other side of the room another window that is parallel to the window that you guys tried to look through. That all you saw was like a dark wood workshop, and now it's still just a dark wood shop.
All right. Well, there's no way into the main building from here. So we got to go through the other door.
So I step back out and give you a spot. There we go.
Okay.
Give me a sec. Let me find something here.
You wanna you gonna keep the lead there, boy, or you want me to go first? I can step past you right here in the corner.
I can go either or. You want me going first? I'm fine. If you want to
Yeah.
go first.
No, actually, I was talking to Howler.
We're going over
Oh,
to the other door instead.
Yeah,
There's
because we can't get in from that workshop. It's a separate room from the rest of the building.
Okay. I'll let you by.
Okay.
I mean, two people can squeeze on this as long as they.
So I look in the. What do I see when I look in the window?
you look in the window into that room. It looks like a main room of a house. It's not that you can see everything in there. It's of course still dark. The only light is what's crackling coming through the windows. There's you see maybe you see the edge of a fireplace. You see pretty much just dead silence. There's nothing going on inside this house.
All right. I'll
I
I'll
know what I was
carefully
looking.
walk up to.
Okay, at that point right there, because you can see it on the map, or Briar jumps off the side, apparently. Um, there's a 4-foot wide gap between the thingamajiggies, which
Yep.
you can easily make the jump without having to make an ability check.
Yep. I won't know. I was going first anyway, just because
Okay.
I have the special boots. So
That's right.
Or I can throw you.
I will hop over and do I make it to the door?
Yeah, you walk up to the door. Hold on 1 second.
Thought the mummy was staying back
That
instead
is
of
Why?
following
the
us.
mummy's clothed. We kind of want
Yeah.
the mummy, but now how the mummy is going to make it over
Okay,
Well,
so
then Briar's staying by the mummy because I don't want to be by the mummy.
there?
Okay.
That's the reason why I went first to begin with.
I
So
helped the mummy across the when it
Briar,
comes
get
to it.
back over by the mummy on the other side of the hole until he goes in.
okay, so switch you two. So you go here, you go here, you go here.
Yeah.
All right. So Howler, when you jumped across the 4-foot patch, I need you guys to roll a dexterity 10 saving throw as uh thing you're on, the walkway you're on, is now collapsing.
It's collapsing. I'm going to grab the door and try to open it really quick.
Okay, so roll the dex 10 dexterity to see if you can do that.
A saving throw.
Dex saving throw. Okay,
I
so
open the
you
door before he does. So
I rolled. I'm just waiting for the result. There we go.
okay, so you both saved and you both fell down and took 1 point of damage. Good job.
We weren't able to open the door.
If you'd like to, you can say you grabbed onto the door.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. As it was
Yeah, but
starting to
two of you
collapse.
can't do. But
I
two
would
of you
grab onto
can't.
the ledge of the window that's next to me then, because
Okay,
there's
so
got to be
since
a
you both
ledge there,
successful,
right?
I'll give you that. So you both are
Okay,
hanging onto well, not you're hanging onto the collapse.
we're
The
hanging
floor
onto the
below you
side of the
collapsed. You're
door
hanging
or
onto the side of the wall.
building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one on a door and one on a window,
No,
looking over at
fell.
Briar, going, "What are you doing?"
I
Um,
fell.
no, you rolled a 10. That's fine. It was a
No,
10.
no. Then, but I wasn't. I didn't. Couldn't.
Oh, saving. You couldn't hold the strength to hold up.
Couldn't. Yeah. I couldn't keep my
So
my,
I will
my
try
fingers
to, if
feet
I'm
out.
hanging on the window here now, I will tell Briar to move back or help me get up onto the ledge where he's kind of standing.
Okay, so you just took a 20-foot fall, but you took 1 point of damage, and now you can walk your way all the way back around.
Okay. And I will do that. And I walk my way back
Bust a
around.
window.
Okay.
That's how we're getting in.
All right. So
Can
the
we
zombie
see if
is
the
the
window
mummy
open?
busting the window, or are you busting the window over the opening?
We'll see if the window's if we can open it.
Oh, it can be opened. All it takes is you punching it in.
Well, we can't
It's
raise it without breaking it.
you could try. You don't have Finnick here.
Yeah. I'd still try see if I could open it without breaking it.
Okie dokie. You
What?
are officially opening the shindiggy.
Trying to.
Trying to open the shindiggy.
What do I need to roll?
Strength. Yeah, you're good. You open the window.
Okay. Who's smaller and wants to climb in first?
You're there. Go ahead and go in.
Is it big enough for me to climb through? I
You can make
climb
it
in.
as big as you want.
I climb in.
Yeah, there's lots of rotting going on here, but you're okay. Yeah, you go in. So you should be able to see the room now. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So as you enter this room, this main room, how are you going in?
Sure.
This room contains lingering smells of burnt wood and flesh. You also catch a faint odor of wine. Snow has begun falling through the holes, through the holes in the roof, and then's been pushed into the corners by stiff winds blowing through broken windows. The walls and furniture are scorched black, including a table with the charred remains of a book on it. Next to the table on the floor, amid several broken wine bottles, is a mostly incinerated skeleton and a round, frost-covered object about 6 inches in diameter.
Let's go check those two things out.
Okay, so we're gonna say the the skeleton is going to be here
Okay.
at the not the head of the table, but the main long side of the table. But
Okay.
he is in a pile. The skeleton is in a pile of wood ash, which is what the chair would have been. And the object itself is in his hands down here.
All right. Let's go. Let's go take a look. Did he incinerate himself? Is this the body of Macretus?
So, what do you? So you're checking the body. You're checking the. But what do you just or everything? Because
Um,
everything's the easy way to say it.
I'll grab the object since.
So the object. This item looks like a 6-inch diameter gyroscope featuring 2 scorched rings inlaid with runes and a dense chunk of coal as its core. It's lost its luster.
It has runes and like
Okay.
knobs or something.
No, it looks like a gyroscope. So
Okay.
it's got two
Gyroscope with
two
runes.
concentric rings inside of each other. But hold on. As you grabbed it, okay, so 5, 10. So that's Briar and Bacon. A 10-foot radius sphere of incinerating golden radiance is now
10-foot
centered on the
radius is
device.
20-foot diameter, Martin. So does that hit everybody? That's almost the full
A
width of the
10-foot
cabin.
radius, but he's holding it. So it only
Okay,
goes 10 feet this way. So you're out of it. The
gotcha.
Briar's into it. So we'd go 10 feet through the room the other way. You must roll a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
Nope.
Did you name him
Nope.
Bacon? Because I always got to save his bacon.
You get to roll that too. Yeah, you're in that.
I named him Bacon because usually Battlehammer sidekicks have strange names like that in the books.
Okay. So suddenly you feel this radiant heat, and you take 69 plus 35.
Okay.
104 points of damage.
Whew.
That is
Yep.
instant death for both of
Instant
them.
death.
You are both incinerated.
All right.
What does the
Sud-
zombie do? Or mummy? Like, its
it,
master
Mummy.
it
just died. Is
probably
it going to attack me?
no, but it probably looks at you and goes, because it
Mhm.
can speak common. I guess it's just you and me.
Ew.
So hold on a second.
Um,
Dying. Oh no, there's more to this than what you thought. Okay, so I would like to introduce you guys to you two, the bacon who's pretty much went past well done bacon. You're crispy.
Crispy bacon.
You and this one over here are now ethereal spirits bound to the black cabin. Let me give you the link to that.
Ooh, an ethereal spirit. Wonderful.
You're
Black
gonna be all
cabin.
messed up, ain't you?
Yep. Let's see. Huh. All right. So, um, Patrick, why don't you go get something to drink?
I'll just take my headset off.
Okay. You both have intelligence greater than 3, correct?
Oh yes.
Yes.
You make it sound like you have an intelligence of 20. It's an 8. You barely make it. All right. Uh, your spirit. Do you have a spirit? Does a Goliath have a spirit? Does a dwarf have a spirit?
Does a doppelganger have a spirit?
Does a doppelganger have a spirit? If a character dies inside this cabin, its spirit manifests. The player can choose to pick the form of the spirit. It might look like a spectral image of the character. It could also be just a glowing ball of light if you choose it to be. It could also be a glowing blob of ectoplasmic energy. It could be like Slimer. You get to pick what your spirit looks like. Regardless of the form that it takes, the spirit is not a creature, cannot be harmed or turned. It can't make any attack rolls, doesn't make any saving throws, and conditions do not apply to it. It cannot cast spells or attune magic items. Creatures on the material plane, Howler, can't see the spirit without some ability or magic that lets him gaze into the border ethereal. A spirit in the border ethereal can't speak to creatures on the material plane or vice versa. But you can do some things. One, the spirit can move through the border ethereal as a flying speed of 30. It can hover. It can pass through solid surfaces that are visible on the material plane to explore closed off parts of this cabin. It's bound to the cabin and cannot move more than 30 feet away from it. The spirit may make ability checks based on dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, charisma only. It applies no modifiers. Even though I said earlier you don't have to. As an action, the spirit can attempt to exert up to 5 pounds of force on a creature or an object that is no more than 5 feet away from it. Doing so with a successful DC 10 charisma check. The spirit may use its ability to move a tiny object, write a message on a frosty or sooty surface, operate a simple tool, or tap somebody on the shoulder, but the force is not enough to cause harm. The spirit can see other spirits in the border ethereal, including, as you guys are now glowing to yourselves, going, "Why, you look good. What does your spirit look like, Briar?" Nobody hears you.
I'd say myself.
So you look like a half elf. All right.
Nope, a full Goliath.
Goliath and Bacon, what does your spirit look like?
Bacon looks like he did when before he got sick when he was a teenager. So he is a 25-year-old dwarf, which is
Right.
a young teen,
Mm-hmm.
with his training sword and shield.
So you are a youngling dwarf.
Yes.
Would I recognize your facial features from your older self? Or would it
You
be hard?
know,
You guys
I'm
can
I'm
communicate to each other.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
can
I'm the
talk
only
to each
dwarf
other.
that you've probably ever really been close to. So
I mean,
maybe not. I
but he
mean,
might look at
can
you and
you
be like,
tell bearded dwarf?
"Bacon?"
And I don't have anywhere near as thick a beard.
Oh, okay. It got singed off.
It's just it's really
Yeah.
it's it's a beard, but dwarves would consider it fuzz.
Yeah.
And you, of course,
I would ask, is that you, Bacon? Who
and
are you?
Bacon, you recognize.
Why? It's me.
You look much
What
younger.
happened?
I
Where'd
don't
everyone
know.
go?
Can we see the others in the room?
You can see your mummy and you see Howler. They are, as you are ethereal looking ghostly to them, they are ethereal or ghostly looking to you. They are vague images.
Do we hear him?
Yes.
So we
We
hear
call
the mummy say, "So it's just you and I now,"
Let me make sure on that. La, 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 la,
or you
la.
can just rule.
Well, because no, he can't hear you because that's part of the whole thing.
No,
He
but
can.
we hear them. I'm saying.
Yes, I'll give you that.
Okay,
do
we
we
can hear them. They can't hear us. That makes sense. So
Correct. Got
we're
it.
like, um,
so what did you touch magically? What did it do, I wonder? And
And
as
you hear,
I'm looking around the room to see if we see anybody else in here.
over direct. I mean, first you hear someone saying, "Blasted! I knew there was a problem. What the hell was going on? And who the hell are you? And what are you doing in my cabin?" And at that point, you see a tall-ish. Um, I gotta figure out what the hell he is. A tall-ish. What is Macretus? A sage Latin. I guess I get to pick what I want him to be. He's gonna be a tall human. Your basic sage looking, very skinny, very thin, very long beard, got the wiry, twisty kind of mustache, wearing the funny pointy hat, which they all wear because that's what they wear. Um, Almost skeleton like fingers, really long, and he's looking at and he's looking right at you and walking right up to you, going, "Oh, let me guess, you did the same thing. Stupid me. Why could I let this happen? Well, I guess I was smarter than you, I guess, because I wouldn't do something so stupid. But I did do something so stupid. Why didn't I think about it before it happened?" He's just rambling on and on and on.
And I asked directly, "Are you Macretus?"
And he goes, "Why would you not think I wasn't Macretus? I mean, I am Macretus. Look, does this not look like a Macretus? A Macretus looks so, what do we say? We look intelligent. We look sage-like. We look swarthy. We look like we should own everything we do.
Would a smart person do that to themselves then?
Everybody has their faults."
I find it hard to believe that Copper said you are too quiet.
And he looks at you and he goes, "Copper, you mean that insolent, idiotic, oh, what do you call these people nowadays? This tinkerer who couldn't put one screw into one bolt and make a nut look like it worked, like, and he's just talking to nonstop all about Copper's faults."
After he spoke so well about you.
And he was like, "Yeah, not the way he left. When he oh. And he explains how they were at each other's throats and how time in the cabin just kind of like went at them.
All right, so the artifact you were working on obviously didn't work the way you wanted it to, and now we're dead along with ye.
And he says, "Well, technically we're not dead yet. We're stuck here."
Where is here, and is there any return?
He says, "You are in the border ethereal. You are in the crossover. You have yet to make it to the actual ethereal plane, but you're not really part of the material plane anymore either. Think of yourself as an in-between." But then, everybody knows that, don't they?
So how do we get back? Is that possible?
And he's like, "Get back, like as in back to there?"
Aye.
All right, so now I want to is your sound off, Pat? If he answers yes, it's not off. He's not paying any.
So just
You,
type and say come
you,
back.
Patrick.
Yep. He's asking if we're done in chat. If you're he's not going to come back unless you say yes.
I'm
I
sending
just
a
wanted to
text
make sure
message.
he can't hear. Don't worry,
Oh,
we got
okay.
it over.
Do you want him back on mic or no?
No,
I'll put stay off a
So did this
bit.
thing go off when it was touched?
yes.
Because wouldn't that have happened where the body was when I reached over to touch it? So it would have been within range.
But it was in his
How?
hand. He was still holding it. So he just turned to dust right there.
That's what I mean. I thought that was right next to the table, and was standing next to it, but I would have to reach into that spot to touch it.
Okay, so you want to kill off Howler too? Is that what you're trying to do? Bring Howler into this?
Yeah, I'm just
That's
saying.
fine.
That way we're I mean, it makes narrative sense and it doesn't leave
Okay,
him out.
okay, then hold on a second. Come on back.
You messaged?
I didn't. He did.
So if you want Patrick, the thing that when I touched it was still on his body and you would have been in range too.
Huh?
The item
Tom's
was
killing you off.
Tom's trying to kill you off. He said he wants you as a monk.
I'm saying if you want to
Well, that's why I
be
said I thought the body was right below where you were
right.
standing. So 10,
And it
10.
was. So he's saying, yes, you were within the 10-foot radius. So you two are now ethereal.
And we can't hear the mummy, but we can see him like he's spectral, and the ghost of or the ethereal spirit of Macretus joined us, and he told us that we're in the ethereal plane, not actually dead.
You have not crossed over yet.
So what does the mummy start doing by itself then? What do we
That's a
see
good
the
question.
ethereal mummy doing if
You
all three of
probably
us died or poofed?
he might just be sitting waiting because he's waiting for you guys to fight the Frostmaiden. We'll just go with that. So
Okay.
he's just taking a hold there. So you want me to read it again, or do you want him to? Do you want me to read? Do you want me to read what he can or cannot do?
If we're in the ethereal plane, I know.
Okay.
Player knowledge, I know. Character knowledge, he might not know, but
Okay. So I'm going to give you the 4 rules of being in here. You can move through through the border ethereal. That's between the material and the ethereal planes at a flying speed of 30 feet. You can hover. You can pass through solid surfaces in the material plane to explore closed off parts of the cabin. You are bound to the cabin. You cannot go more than 30 feet away from it. You can make ability checks based on dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma if it applies. As an action, you can attempt to exert 5 pounds of force on a creature or an object no more than 5 feet away from it. If you are no longer than more than 5 feet away from it from a material plane, you need to roll a DC 10 on a charisma check. You might use the ability to move a tiny object, write a message on a frosty or sooty surface, operate a small tool, or tap somebody on a shoulder. But the force is not strong enough to harm anybody. And at this point, you can also see other spirits in the border ethereal, including the spirit of Macretus. And now you can speak to him. You can also speak to your compadres as you would normally speak. When you went poof, you see a same looking Goliath you saw before, but you see a very young Bacon standing in front of you in his spirit form. What spirit form do you take?
I don't know if I'd want to be spirit form.
That's the question: is do you have a spirit? If you don't, then roll up your monk.
What do you mean by do I have a spirit?
It
Though.
says not everybody has a spirit, meaning if you do not believe that your character would have a spirit, then you don't take any form and you're done.
Oh.
Any any creature with an intelligence of 3 or higher dies in the black cabin and its spirit leaves its body and takes the spectral form. But if you don't believe in having a spirit, you're just a corporal form and you have nothing inside you.
Oh. Well, then I got to do
Well,
a roll for that.
I was gonna say the way that Howler feels about everything with the whole God thing. I don't know if he believes he would go past beyond at this point. So I don't know if he would have a spirit. Uh, I mean, character-wise, I would have to probably say no. He doesn't.
Okay. So then you don't etherealize into anything.
I just go poof.
Yep. What it is all 3 of you go whoosh, and 2 of you materialize into spirit or ethereal beings.
Well, Tom's saying he's got a roll on his because he doesn't know if he would
Oh,
either.
okay.
I mean, not like we need to lose the healer, but at the same point, yeah, I don't know if he's I don't know. Yeah, I would say that gut instinct for him is that he probably wouldn't materialize because he doesn't feel like he's been faithful enough to go to the
Well,
beyond yet. So
the question would be what he feels and what he actually has could be the same or it could be two different things. Which then, if it's too different, it could actually change how he
if
feels
it's at
later
the
on.
point of him incinerating that it would happen, though, he would be like, "This is it," and then it would. I don't think he would materialize into a spirit. He'd just be like,
So Bacon believes he has a spirit because he was brought back from the dead. And
Okay.
he was a dwarf, which dwarves obviously have spirits. But now he also believes that he was brought back as a monster
"Yeah."
and
And me
continues
knowing my
like he
best friend is
struggled.
not who he used to be is screwing with me anyways for the last 2 sessions,
Damn.
which nobody knows because nobody was that was not broadcast either.
But we
Yeah.
found out, yeah.
Bacon is a changeling,
So
everyone. Just so y'all know.
or actually a doppelganger. So
Doppelganger, yeah.
Bacon one of Bacon's um secrets was that a few years before the start of the campaign, he was killed by an ice troll and brought back by a druid using resurrection, but he came back as a doppelganger. He's always just been continuing to pretend that he was still a dwarf because that's all he ever knew.
You're gonna play that druid now, aren't you? Coming looking for bacon.
Well, that no, I can. That would be far more powerful than um. That's like a
He could have
that's
had
a
a
highlight.
knock on the head and forgot a bunch of stuff, and now he's got to relearn it.
Um. Yeah, I'm like bacon. Bacon like has just struggled and never really was starting to find himself, but he's a monster, and he had to reveal himself as a monster to everyone. Yeah, he would just accept it. He would just accept it. He wouldn't want to stay around.
This might be your way of getting back into a real dwarven body, though. Never know. I mean,
But he doesn't know that. He, even if it is, he wouldn't know it.
But would your friends around you accepting you as a doppelganger after they found out, would that have made you feel any better about it or not? Because they were accepting who you were in spirit, not who you appeared to be physically.
It it helps and not just purely running away, which is what he would have done if there was any type of non-acceptance. But he's still a monster.
Just had to throw that out there just to make it harder for you.
Yeah. So that was the two rolls that I did. I mean, one was a wisdom save, which was his knowledge. Um, but then yeah, he is in a very dark place in terms of being a monster and rolling under a 5 on that. I can't accept that he would not just let himself go. So there's only one person who who came back as an ethereal spirit.
All righty then. So, as you're floating there, or as you feel like you're standing there, um, I guess this is all narrative now, and
Yep.
we'll see how this works. So, time does not work the same as it does in the ethereal world as it does in the real world or the material world. There is no real 1 hour for 1 day or 1 day equals 10 minutes or anything like that. You just know. You might notice light and dark of days and nights, but time does not matter to you at all. You don't sit there and go, well, gosh, it's hungry. I need to go eat. I need to go sleep. None of that actually causes you to live your days. In fact, you're like, why haven't I pooped? How long has it been? Blah, blah, blah. And the mummy is still just sitting right there. There's a pile of bacon right there and a pile of howler right there. And Macretus looks at you and says, you see a pile of ash. You see a Goliath skeleton there. And you see Macretus, basically he's really into himself. So he knows he should have done it right, but he can't help but blame you for everything else that's gone wrong. How could you have let this happen? How could you have died? You were our only chance to bring this device to life. You had the one chance, and you had to die. You had to bring yourself to the ethereal. You. You can't even blame the dwarf because he's not there, except as a pile of dust on the ground. And again, what feels like 5-10 minutes for you could actually be a week, a month, a year. You don't know because there's no time in when you're an ethereal being. But over a certain amount of time, talking with Macretus and seeing that Macretus is a complete loon, he's looking at you and he's like, all you had to do was identify the device. You didn't have to touch it. You just had to look at it and say, hey, look, there's a device. That was the thing that Macretus is working on. That's all you had to do. Then you had to figure out what my problem was, what I screwed up on. Doesn't happen often, but this time it did. Then fix my flaw. But guess what? And he looks at you and he's like, I can put my hand right through you. You can't do any of this now. And then he said, activate the item. That's all you had to do. And I would have been released from this place. And nobody can hear you, so it doesn't matter.
It's like I don't even know what the item is.
And
How you expect me to activate it? I'm a fighter. I'm not wherever you are.
and he says,
Copper just told us to come check on you.
oh yeah, now let's just blame Copper for all this.
He cared
He,
enough to find out
he
how you were doing.
explains that the item is called the Summer Star. The item, and he points down to the ground near the dwarf's body, or where there was a body, and he says, that device is what I've been trying to build to control weather, to get rid of this blasted 100 years, 1,000 years of cold and winter. I'm trying to fix this frost. I'm trying to battle the Frostmaiden.
How do you activate it then?
You just did by touching it.
So you told us you wanted us to activate it, but we did and it killed us.
And that's when he went on and said, first you had to identify that this is the machine. Second thing you had to do was analyze the problem, what caused my initial destruction. Third thing you have to do is fix it. And the fourth thing you have to do then is reactivate it the right way. But you can't even do that.
And all that's beyond
insolent fool.
So the question is there any hope of getting off this ethereal plane?
And as you're talking, you suddenly see a large bear-like creature walking through the door. It's in the shape of a walking polar bear.
We're doing point by, right?
Yeah. You see a walking polar bear. Carrying a fishing pole, wearing what looks like tackle around their waist.
Thinking druid.
And all I want to say when I see this is num num. And as it walks in, you see it walk in, you see it look at the mummy. Doesn't really care about it. Walking around. And you hear Macretus say, "Quick, quick! Let's get her attention." And you see Macretus roll. Let's see, the Macretus rolls. What does Macretus roll? Macretus tries to push one of the chairs over, and he doesn't get it.
So I try to push a chair over. What do I roll?
A D20. You roll your.
D20.
You just need a DC 10. You don't. You can't. You can't form your hand hard enough to make contact with it. You see it go into a back room over here, disappear, and then a few minutes later it comes out. You see it go across this way, and you see Macretus go into another room over here. You're like walking the other direction. Okay, you're scared. You see Macretus go through the wall because you can do that now. You don't
Okay.
have to.
I try to go through the wall, see what happens.
Oh, look, you went through the wall. Here, we'll just do this. There you go. You see this bear poke its head in, and you see Macretus try to knock a candle off this little above the fireplace, and
I go
he
try to do
does.
that.
You see him and he knocks a candle off, and the bear looks at it and goes, "Something's not right here." What do you do?
Is there anything else over here on this
There's
bench?
plenty of crap around.
I try to knock something off.
Okay, you try to knock something off, and you still haven't figured it out. You see this creature walk over, grab the candle, put it back up on top of the fireplace's alt. What's that thing on top of a fireplace? The whatever the hell that thing's called.
Mantle.
Mantle. Thank you.
Big words.
I know they hurt. And you see Macretus. This polar bear looking thing. Wonders what's going on, and he walks across the room again, and he sees him going. See him going over here. I'm just moving people. And he's walking over here.
I try to knock something off a mantle or something again.
Okay.
Actually, I walk over near the table, try to knock it off.
Knock the table off.
Something off the table.
Ah.
18.
So you knock it off. Congratulations. You see the werebear stopping his tracks, and has that look like, "This is still the strangest house I've ever been in." And you see him walk over here, and above one of these tall table-looking things, there's a mirror, and you see Macretus quickly trying to scribble something on one of the mirrors, and doesn't have the ability to describe anything in there.
Where's the mirror at?
Right where you're standing.
Okay. I'll try to scribe something in the mirror.
What are you scribing?
Stop. Obviously, it don't work.
Nope. He goes in here and he looks, and there's barrels and stuff inside of here. He went into this room right here.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. And he finds barrels and stuff, and still just checking out the room, and then
I
you
try
see
to kick up dust next to the object.
kick up dust. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're basically kicking bacon's dust.
Yeah.
Oh, payback. All right. All right, so you
17.
do this poof of dust, and you hear the bear. I think the house is trying to talk to me. This is definitely strange. Maybe not as strange as that mummy standing over there. But,
I look at Macreus. Your turn now. I got his attention. Want to write something in the dust?
and you see him go. "Ah, what an idea! I hope you don't mind, my little
I
friend.
step back.
And you see him reach down with his finger, and you take some of the dust on his finger. Now that dust is being lifted, and he writes in the, yes, Bacon, we're using your dust as charcoal. And he
That's the
writes,
most helpful I've been in a long time.
and you see him write into the table, help us. And you see the giant polar bear walking, staring at the table, going, oh, you don't hear anything, but he's basically mouthing words now. But he's looking around. He doesn't see anything or anybody. You see him just looking around, and then you move a picture frame.
Sorry.
Roll your charisma. I want to see if it works.
Okay.
All right. So, what do you do? He says you don't hear it say anything. Okay, you do. You fix the picture frame. So now you have a table with the words "Help us," and you see the bear stopping and staring at it.
I asked Macreus if he knows how to fix his mistake.
He says he must first has to identify the item. He has to know that, and he puts his hand through the item. He's like, he has to see it. He has to know what to do with it.
I try to take my hand and draw a circle around the item. I'm sure there's dust and stuff around the item.
There's a pile of dust behind this guy.
So
So
I
you
try to make a circle around the item.
Cool, you make a circle around the item.
And I tell him, write something on there. Do not touch, but fix.
And so he says, well, okay, we can try that. And he writes down, don't touch item, fix it. And you see the bear go, and he's looking around and he's looking around.
Now, can you explain how to fix it to him?
He's like, he's not finding the item.
I try to kick up some dust by the item again without disturbing the circle around it.
And he sees this out of the corner of his eye. I mean, let me roll a perception just to see. Perception. Oh, 18. Yeah, okay. He notices it and he basically reaches down and grabs the item and holding onto it. And it's like, well, aren't you the strange looking item of spinny things? And it's like, but you can't hear any of this. And he's talking to himself about, and just what am I supposed to do with you? So let's see what he's supposed to do with this thing. Let's see if he knows what to do with this thing.
Are we coming in at 5?
Yeah, sure. And he says, he raises it up and goes, you see him try to pick up some dust and write, and you see nothing go across the table. Then he takes the item and he puts it back down. And he's doing this hands up in the air thing of, and you break your finger off, apparently. Lucretius tries also, and he writes down, yes, that's the item. You can basically write out one sentence worth of stuff. You can't use commas, colons, semicolons, tack marks, hash marks, or backslashes to create your sentence, but basic simple phrases. So maybe it used all of its things. So and he's like, so he reaches down into the black and goes, okay.
Chris, what does he need to do next?
Find out where I went wrong. Again, sounds like something that should never happen, but everybody can be wrong. What?
I have no clue how to fix it. So I just write on there, please fix.
Okay.
To bring us back.
Okay, you say that, please, and Macrita says, well, he doesn't say anything. Damn it. And you see the werebear. Who?
Macretus and I.
Yeah, no.
Obviously that don't work.
Okay. The werebear, this giant bear walks over, grabs a chair that's not turned to dust, pulls it up to the table, and sits it down because it knows it's going to be a while. And sits there and waits.
Oh, Macretus, you want to try again or I want to try?
Just did.
What do I need to say how to fix it?
And he's like, seriously? You couldn't see how to fix it? You don't know how to fix things like this? Oh
No,
my God, you are worthless.
I know how to kill things.
And he says, yeah, and I don't know how to fix it either
Yeah.
because apparently I roll a 1.
Fix, please. Yeah.
Yeah, we both suck at this. Um, You see Macretus walk through one of the walls, come back out, walk through, and he comes back. He's like, I've got it. I think I've got it. And he says, he writes down, please fix the 3rd ring. And now that it's looking at it and it's trying to figure it, and it can see that it had a gyroscope going this way, a gyroscope going this way. And he sees 2 pins where a gyroscope should be going in the z-axis, but there is no 3rd ring. So let's see if this thing can figure out. It can't figure it out without help. And he told him 3rd ring. So it knows there's supposed to be a 3rd ring. It just doesn't know what to
I
do.
asked Macretus, is there a 3rd ring around here?
And he says, blueprints.
Where's the blueprints?
They're in my they're where am I? They're in the they're in my thingamajiggy. They're in my
Chest?
no,
Underwear?
no, no. They're in the
Drawers?
laboratory. Wait, no. Where is it? Where is it? Humana, hey,
Workshop?
hey. A workshop. That's the words I think you're looking for. I gotta figure out how to do this. Oh, I got an itch. Where is it? Laboratory. That's it. Laboratory.
I
So,
try
so
write
the
down.
laboratory is he walks through this wall right here, and you see him walk in there,
Can he try and make noise in there?
and he's going to try and make noise, and he doesn't, and he sticks his head through the wall and says, "Get him in here."
Okay, so I go in here. This is the laboratory, right? Yeah.
That's the laboratory.
I start beating on the wall.
At least it's the wall you're beating. You start pounding on the wall, and where he looks up and goes, "Huh?" He walks in here. And so Macretus is showing you that inside one of these things, there's a whole bunch of blueprints, a whole bunch of writings and drawings. And he's like, right here, this is my blueprint for the fix.
I try to see if I can move the blueprint any. Is that possible?
That's fine. Try and pull it out. I mean, there are hundreds of them. You got to get him the right one.
Tell Macretus to try pull it out.
Yeah, no, he breaks his arm.
Is it like in a folder or a
It's
book or
just
something?
a pile of blueprints all rolled up. All you got to do is grab one.
I try to kick the pile of
Cool. So you're going
blueprints.
to mix them all up. Go ahead. Which you obviously don't kick anything. So why don't you, one that he pointed to, pull that one out instead of knocking them all over?
Okay, I go back and try
Oh
pull the
my
one out.
God. I wish there was something soft here. Okay, I'm not throwing the dog at you. You actually pull that one blueprint and it rolls onto the ground, and you see the big bear reach down and grab it, and he sees the blueprint, and he sees that it's missing that 3rd wheel, and he goes, "Oh, and how do you expect me to do this? I'm gonna need metal and tinker's tools or smithy tools.
I look at Macreus. You got tools and you got the metal. You got the ring around.
You have to do some of this.
Do I see any of these tools in here?
Steve, you have to do some of this.
So I'm gonna go walk through walls until I see something. That
You
he
remember the
needs.
first room you walked into
I
was a
know.
tinker shop? So why are you walking through every wall? You walk out and into this room.
Yeah.
Work with me, not against me.
I am.
No, you're not. You're totally against me.
Where am I at right now?
Cool. So now how are you going to get him there?
So I'm gonna go back over here.
Okay, he's in this room looking at blueprints.
Yeah. Is there dust in that room?
Oh, you've had 3 explosions of people. So apparently there's dust in this room.
Okay. This room too?
Oh, that room? No, there's
Yep.
just, well, there's probably some frost. You know, the mirrors or the pictures are probably
I
frosted
try
over.
right on the mirrors in the frost. Workshop. Okay, so D20. Nothing.
And you hear Macretus yell out, "Blasted workshop!" And
He writes.
workshop with an exclamation point.
Okay.
And the big bear looking thing goes,
I beat on this wall.
"So beat it. Come on, Michael Jackson." No, you don't. You see Macretus tries to write in the ground an arrow pointing south, and he does. So he walks south. And he stops and starts looking around.
I try write workshop again.
And Macretus draws an arrow on the table pointing this way. Okay, and he walks this way. He goes, "Outside, it's cold out there."
I go in here and I try beat on the wall where he can hear it.
He's walking this way, you see.
Try hit the glass.
It gets his attention to come in here, and he say, "Oh, workshop! This sounds like a good place." Didn't know there was a workshop.
Yeah. Some point he's gonna give up and leave, and then I'll be building a character too.
Probably. All right, so then while he's in here, he has to figure this out, and he looks around and he sees a lump of metal, and he sees some smithy tinkering tools, and not bad. You see him start to tinker and start to this and start to that and start to this and start to that, and he makes his third ring, and you see him click the device in, and then he does. You see him working diligently. You see him playing with the 3 doohickeys, and then he goes,
I asked Macreus, what does it say on the blueprint to do next?
"Blueprints don't tell you those things."
Or what's he need to do next?
"Needs to attune the blasted," and he writes on the thing, "attune," and you see the bear go into a 1 hour's worth of just holding on to this thing, and finally you see it starts to glow, and then tune. And you see him reach down, and he starts he attunes to it, and it glows, and you see him start to spin the different gyros into the 3 different directions, and when he attunes to it, he can understand what it is, and he holds it up, and you see this bright light, not deathly burning light, appear out of this thing. And as it does, you see Macretus You hear Macretus, you see Macretus sigh and go, "Oh, thank God." And it's at that point that you appear back into this room above your pile of ash, and you're materializing back to a full-fledged Goliath.
But my two buddies do not.
Well, you haven't seen them the whole time.
Yeah.
You thought you saw Bacon for a little while, and then Bacon said, "No, I'm leaving."
Faded away.
Faded away.
Just didn't bring enough of the spirit back.
And so
He definitely would have done if Howler didn't come back.
you
You know,
see so you are well, you two get a choice. I know Patrick wants to bring in his monk.
I don't care what we
Do you guys allow a god to bring you back?
do. Well, Howler ain't coming back by no god in his world. So.
Well, okay. Well, if Howler has no god or doesn't,
Well,
then don't
he
worry
doesn't
about it.
believe that any of them believe in
No,
him. So yeah, that's the reason why.
you are both visited by Lathander. And you are both given the opportunity for your assistance in helping him cross over. He offers to return you back to the material plane,
wait, what assistance?
to bring you back to life.
No. But what? Why?
What assistance is he
Because
asking from us?
no, he's not asking for you. You assisted him by getting Macretus to move on. You took one of his disciples and helped him move on, or at least your party did.
So you're saying
The
that?
god, his god, will offer to return you back to life
Bacon
if
will
you
do it if
choose
he can
to.
become a dwarf again.
Yeah. That's the
I
question.
mean,
Make
that's
me
where
a
I feel
half
Bacon would
dwarf,
say
half
it. He'd be
elf.
like, as long as I'm no longer a monster.
Um.
Yeah, it says here that
But then you
as
lost
soon
Howler
as
either way. So if
as
you
as
come
soon as
back, you still have
Macretus
the
is
option to leave the group. And
as soon as Macretus's spirit is finally at rest after it witnesses the activation of this new and improved thing, it departs and the party members receive a special blessing from Lathander. And that blessing is anyone who died within the past 24 hours is instantly restored.
You had to put last 24 hours in there.
No, it's right there.
I know.
And think of it this way, there was a boating accident. You didn't know this, but Finnick died. And now he's back.
and
Oh.
Nessie came back for revenge. Oh.
That's true.
Dilemmas.
I mean, he might not bring you back if you put a stipulation on it, Tom. So it is still an option.
Might be a
Well,
50-50
I mean,
roll.
but my character didn't actually help.
Okay, then you two bite it. So
Your
we'll
character
just go with
did
that.
help, you just
So
don't know
you
it.
are brought back to life, Mr. Man, and you are also now, you have a supernatural gift given to you. That every day at dawn, you start with 10 temporary hit points on
Ooh,
top of your
nice,
hit points.
Ooh,
nice.
it's good for that tanky
Nice.
person right there.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Let me find this thing.
Wait. So what happened to the summer star?
Um, that's what I'm finding for you. La 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 A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S. Okay, hold on. It
Man.
says, though, after the spell is cast, the summer star ceases to be magical, and the spell lasts for the duration or until the person, the big fat person over there, his concentration ends. So it isn't as powerful as Macretus thought it was going to be. He did have the ability to control weather for the duration of the spell, or as long as the person concentrated. So control weather spell is how long? What's its normal duration? I think it's an hour. Let's see, 8 hours. So for 8 hours, or until this guy stops concentrating, it's as if he may have said, get rid of he controlled weather to make it warm and nice. Well, just in this area, for the round 5 miles around him, it was spring-like. And then it returned back to
What was the god's name that?
Lathander. Lathander.
Okay, none of my attacks hit very hard, guys, but considering I can make 4 attacks with a +8.
Oh, nice.
You do know there were how many rolls of ones tonight, so
That's
those
sweet.
+8s don't help.
I just saying, I might do a 1d4 +3 for a dart damage, but I get a +8 to hit. And I can
So I
do it
got a
4
good one
times
for
in
you.
1 attack.
So I got a good one for you. A Goliath walked into the moose inn with his mummy and a Craig cat.
Yeah, how are you going to explain this to
To Finnick.
Finnick?
They
Just
went.
you. The 3 of us left, and only you came back. You know Finnick's gonna be like, you killed them all, didn't you?
I'm taking that thing with me.
And he ate them.
He did come back a little plumper.
Hey, it's winter. Goliath's put on weight during the winter.
See, but now Martin has a, lovely fun time to try to figure out how to bring 2 new characters into the group.
Good.
See, I was actually sitting there thinking, if I can't figure this out, I'm building a new character. I was like, okay, I'm okay with that. Either way. Since Bacon just deserted me.
Yeah, sorry.
Flurry of blows. 1 key point for an additional 2 unarmed strikes.
So you have found another dead end. And you didn't learn anything about his drinking, about
It's
his
funny, I
tiff
don't
with
even.
copper.
The hand axes that I carry do the exact same amount as my fists. Eh, oh well.
So I'm gonna move over into that room where that bear-like creature fixed the deal. Come in and thank him for fixing the deal and bringing me back.
And he's like, "Oh, you one sending me all those messages."
Me and one other, but I don't know where he went.
He's like,
Macretus.
well, these weird ones, they're weird.
Yeah. Ay. So you from this area?
And he introduces himself. Actually, as a Goliath, you may have heard of him. He is he says, how the hell do you say this?
Okay, my screen just went
Oyamenotark.
black. Did you delete my character so now nobody can
No,
see anything?
no, I just right clicked you and put you on the GM's level. He
Well,
says,
but now there's nothing for the stream.
I just
That's
left
all.
that room.
Oh, sorry.
Does that help you? Oh no.
There. That better?
It's just leaving my character there so I can see
Okay.
what he's doing for everybody
Alright.
on stream. Otherwise, just open up the map to me, and then hey, you can do whatever you want so people can see.
So here, we'll just do this. We'll just do this. Okay. So it says, she says, I'm Oyemanatark. And you just happen to be lucky that I visited this cabin when I did. I seem to stop by here about once every 6 months or so. If I feel it's my job to make sure nothing evil's being done or nobody is trashing the place. Well, apparently somebody's been trashing the place. So what was all of that about?
We sent up here by a friend Copper to check on his friend Macretus, who was trying to build a device to stop the Ice Maiden. And another friend of mine touched that thing. He and I went poof, all three of us, and I don't know where they went.
And
I
you
met
see,
Macretus though, and he and I together helped get you bring me back. I don't know where he went.
you see the bear, the polar bear, looking, shaking their head. Mm. You see, you see the polar bear lift its head up, and slowly it starts to change. And she's like, suddenly you see a female Goliath standing in front of you, and
Comes out of
well,
bear form. Is she naked?
she's wearing a like
Loincloth.
a loincloth, a green loincloth,
Just
and a
well,
thing full
just
of
wondering
neck, the
because
feathers full of
your
neck.
other Goliath might be happy. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. And she said, but she says, put this, and she puts herself back into werebear form. She's like, this is a much easier to carry. And it's at that point that you need to roll your initiative.
But at least you have the mummy.
The bear's gonna
That's true.
fight him now.
Uh,
Wow.
did- did-
Why is the bear so mean? He just helped. She just
It
helped.
it happens.
Yep.
Martin just wants a TPK tonight.
Hey, look, if I'm gonna go, it's a go big or go home. Isn't that what it is?
Saves
So
you,
I'm gonna
gives you
go
a
one
week
of two
off to
ways.
rebuild something. I don't know. We don't have
That's
to play
right.
next week. Figure out what happens from Finnick's point of view, in a little while. Finally figured out how to make a character join a campaign when I created the character a different way now. I just have to take the link in the top of the campaign screen and put it onto another thing, and then it lets me select a character I have created.
Oh, that's a good point. I need to move mine over.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go
And I
into the
rolled
campaign,
initiative of 13,
Martin's
so
campaign here, and use the
Yep.
link that's in the top right, and then just put that into your browser, then it lets you select whichever one you created. For the life of me, couldn't figure that out for the longest time, and I couldn't remember how to do it until now either.
Okay. So as you are so nicely standing there talking to said, you start hearing like crunching coming up from behind you. And what do you do?
it's behind me.
Mhm.
Do I have
Oh, I need this.
any inkling that she's gonna attack, not attack, be friendly?
Well, did you roll your initiative?
Yeah.
13.
You told me to roll
I know I
initiative,
didn't. It didn't go in, so let me put you in there.
so okay.
So you are a. Where are you?
And the mummy would be one less.
I got. Okay. Delete. Trash can this. Trash can this. Open this. Okay, I need to get onto this one. That's the problem. Open this. Add turn. There you are. And you rolled a 13. enter. Okay, so now you are up here. Okay, so okay, and you hear crunch, 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 crunch. La, 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 la. Seriously, give me my token. Thank you. 5, 10, 15, 20. Comes bursting through the door and sees you and takes a swing at you. Let's see. La 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 la. Does one of these things. Actually, the first thing it does is it roll a DC 10 a dexterity save. And it's going through you and a big bear. And you make it, and big boy makes it. So you guys take half of this.
So it's attacking both the bear and I.
It's shooting a cone of cold at both of you. 2 points of damage to each of you.
Now, do I have the 10 temporary points?
Not yet, as
Okay.
every dawn.
2 points. And do I still have the armor class 21, or am I back down 19?
You're back to 0 or 1. You're back to the other one. It's been a little. Remember, it could have been days, weeks, months, for all you know. Okay. Okay. That does that. Next thing is it is officially Briar's turn. What's Briar gonna do?
All right, let me get this fixed real quick here. There we go. So, attacking.
It attacked.
Yeah, how tall is the roof in here?
10 feet.
Okay. Screw it. If I'm gonna go big. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna go giant form.
Okay.
So it'll cover boxes, and then I'm gonna try. Yep. I'm gonna try hit it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be really pissed off. Okay.
You hit it.
And I'm gonna get a little bit more pissed off at it. Does 11 hit?
Well, I'm trying to figure out when are you gonna do all the rest of your damage before you swing again.
Oh,
I
I did 9
just
points of damage.
okay, cool. And how much? You're giant now. Roll your d6.
Ah,
If I have to tell you, you don't have to worry about it.
yep.
Okay, so you're at 15 on your first hit. So your second hit does hit it.
Yep.
How much does that do? 6.
6. And a 1d6 is
Uh,
only one time per.
And that's fine. You killed it.
Okay.
Okay, so now what do you do?
Is there anything else coming at us?
I don't know. Do you look outside?
I do look.
It's dead. You okay? You can you can poke yourself through the.
Yep.
Why don't you move the screen down so you can see what you see? Nope,
There.
nope, the screen.
There.
Scroll down. There you go. So now you can see what you see. Do you see anything else coming? Well, when
I
you
see
post
nothing.
that out there,
Oh, you guys are fighting other things. That's not the bear?
you
I
see
see
that
something right
appearing over there. Correct. So
Yeah.
you've now moved 5 feet out of your 20.
I step back in, tell him we got another coming.
Okay. And it goes, I guess whose turn it is. It's the bear. And the bear looks at you and says, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's moves up to 30. So 6 times 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she can swing at that, whatever it is. And it is a, what's its AC?
It's a ghostly hooded. Ah!
Okay, so and this person takes a 2 attacks. So it looks like This person is in hybrid form. So this person can attack and is going to do a swing from this. 20, that's going to hit, and it's going to do 13 points of damage. And then a second attack is going to be reaching out to me. A bite. That hits
Holy cow.
for 8 plus 13, 21 points of damage. Okay.
Why is he getting
And,
plus 13?
hmm?
Just you said 8 plus 13. Why does he get to plus 13?
No, he had 13 from his first attack.
Oh,
Got
gotcha.
8 damage from his second attack, so 8 plus 13.
Yep, 21.
All right.
It's
So it
math in
is
Oklahoma.
now. Okay, so we go here, we go here, we go here, we go here. This thing, get out of here. Then back to here, back to here, back to here. This thing is now going to fly. Fly, my pretties, fly. Fly, 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 fly. And fly right to here, and then do a breath at him. So it's a DC 10 for this guy. Yes, I'm fighting my own thing. And makes it so half of this.
Don't you know that D&D can be played one player?
Apparently it can. Okay, so it's now
Would that technically count as
Briar.
playing with
You're up.
yourself? I yell at my
Doesn't almost
mummy
everything count as playing with yourself?
attack while I'm attacking, and I poke back out. Now, is there enough room for me to get on this ledge and move
Not
around?
a chance. You
Can
have 1 foot on this thing. The other
I
one is
try?
falling off.
I try to shoot it with my bow.
Can he squeeze like you'd squeeze into a 5-foot
Hold
area as
on
a
a
large
second.
character when he went up the
If
hallway?
I have a question. Does
Yeah.
your thing say when you grow giant, does all of your equipment grow the same size? If
That's
not, you're
true.
picking out like a little tiny bow and shooting it.
That's true. So, how far down
It's
is it from
supposed
here?
to.
20 feet.
It's supposed to
20
when
feet.
he enlarges all equipment.
20 feet.
Can you
Does
guys
it?
hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay,
So if
yeah.
you are, then shoot your bow.
So,
Or
I
throw
want
your
to do.
javelin.
I'm gonna throw my javelin. Here's my first. I yell at my mummy attack.
Stop
22,
yelling at your mom. She doesn't appreciate it.
and throw my second javelin.
Man, all
24,
these jokes are just going on deaf ears.
Yep.
and then my mummy moves after me, right?
61. Yes, 61, 58. Okay. Okay. And your mummy now moves.
5,
So
10,
it only
15.
moves 20.
That'd be 20, right? Or can
Okay.
it move across there or here?
That's where it ends. That's where it
Okay.
ends this turn. Okay. So then yeah. So then it's Werebear taking a bite out of crime. No, let's see what else can this person do. Okay, you see this Werebear take a swing and does 14 points of damage, and then it's gonna claw this time. And it's gonna do 19 points of damage. So that's 33 more points of damage. Okay. And now it is this person's attack. This person's going to look at that thing. And let me check something. Okay. First thing this person's going to do is looks like this. She's going to target him with a DC 14 Constitution, or her DC Constitution 14. Oh, she makes it. Okay, so what happens? And nothing happens. So it made it. That's good. And so now its attack is going to be this. And does this to this guy. Oh, is there immunity? Immunity to resistance. So half the damage. So it gets this first. That's plus half of this. So that's rounded 8, so 16 points of damage. Okay. Now it is little flyer dude. Flyer dude's going to doesn't want a free hit, so attack. 10, no. Let's see if this comes back. Nope, didn't come back. Okay. So now it is boop. Briar's turn.
I'm gonna throw my javelins again. With all the hatred I can. Now I'm throwing twice as much hatred.
Okay. You see this thing drop to the ground, or actually just kind of freezes in place. Okay. And that's gone. So now it's the werebear. We're gonna turn and take a swing at little flying thing. And that's gonna do it. So that's gonna do that much. Does 12, and that's gonna claw. And that is not going to hit it. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, so. And this thing then falls down dead. Okay. And you see the werebear standing there going, well, that was fun. We should do that more often.
That went easy.
Now,
If I sense there's no targets left coming,
yeah, there's nothing
clear,
left coming.
I'm gonna
But
shrink
now the
back. No,
werebear, and that's fine. The werebear looks at you and says, you don't look like you're from around here. Would you like me to guide you for a few days? I mean, everywhere is part of my walkabout, except anywhere in the 10 towns.
Well, I'm gonna have to head back down to the one town to
Lowlywood.
Lonelywood to let my friends know about my other friends. If we can't figure out where they went,
Oh, they're gone, don't worry.
Yeah.
There's no way to look at your other friends and go, I just don't know where they are. Incinerated.
Yeah.
Gone.
I am gonna try to take their ashes and try to give them a proper burial or something.
After you
If
already
I know.
smeared bacon all
Yeah,
over the
after
place.
you just wrote with them.
Well, he has a skeleton left, maybe.
Give a bone to the dog or the cat.
No,
Okay,
no,
the
no. I don't
monster's
want the
ashes.
cat.
It
I
doesn't
don't want
count.
the cat attacking drawers. That would not be nice for the drawers.
Bacon died years ago. It's okay.
All right, so the Goliath werebear, you know the name. The name of this is. Let's see if I can find it for you, so you can put it in your notes, Tom, because that's what you do. Let me find it. There we go.
Yeah, did she introduce herself to him?
Yeah, she did. She did. I'm just trying to get the name with the okay. This is the name of the person that
I do ask her what she knows about the Ice Maiden and everything. If I get a feeling that she don't like the Ice Maiden,
Oyama not.
Yeah, that's why I tried to say it
Oyaminataka.
earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
Artak.
said too. So
if I get the feeling, that she don't like the Ice Maiden, then I'd explain to her we're trying to stop the Ice Maiden.
she of course is interested in stopping this cold, and she has heard of the Ice Maiden or the Frost Maiden, not the Ice Maiden, and she says, I personally do not have any information for you except
Two
there's always an
peaches and a
except,
pear
right?
tree.
She says she's heard that they say the Frost Maiden lives on a misty isle, hidden among the bergs of the Sea of Moving Ice. There a mighty strange whale with a boat on its back swims through the frigid waters. I bet he knows of this island. You can catch the whale at Andric's Bell. An old anchorage, but you must ring the bell hanging off the pier to call it. Dun dun dun.
What's the name of the pier?
Anjuk, Anjeajuk. I'm gonna put it so you can have the spelling here. Hold on a second.
That's all right. Anjux.
Angeajuk. Bell. An old anchorage. But you have to ring the bell, hanging by the pier to call it. And she also affirms that maybe those ragged nomads might be able to help. They seem to be the wealth of knowledge. Roll a history, Sir Briar.
Wow.
Oh wow, you do recognize that name because I typed it out so nicely for you. Um, not that there are famous Goliath werebears around, but this is one of those famous Goliath werebears that you know that she is pretty much like a druid of the north. Um, very kind, very good-hearted, there for any traveler that needs assistance, but she hates evil. I mean,
I,
why wouldn't you hate evil?
since she is a druid,
Well, she
I
may not
asked
be a
her,
druid, but
well, druid-like, I asked her what she knows of my mummy. It seems to be good.
She doesn't know your mommy.
she has never met your mother ever.
No, my mummy in here,
Oh,
the
that
mummy.
was bad.
Yup.
I stop her
Oops.
and tell her
So
it's
your
good.
mummy was wearing cold weather clothing,
Yes.
and when you say mummy, the battle axe turns. So roll initiative.
Hey, we'll see how it goes.
Should have more asked along the lines of, what do you know about the elf
Of
druid,
mummies, not
Yeah.
blah, blah,
my
blah?
mummy.
It's
Bad
following
choice
me.
of words.
Yeah.
Hold
It's
on.
following me, and I don't know why.
You asked it
The,
to.
the mummy's gonna look at you and go, "You told me to follow you." It speaks common.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
See, it
roll these.
follows me. It
Mhm.
protects me.
Oh crap!
Oh
Please, 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 please. Oh my god!
Just kill the mummy. Or you'll just
No,
kill the person that was about to help you. One of the two.
I
Or
don't
I
Uh,
get to
think
build a new character.
and then,
he.
yeah, then how the hell is the campaign's going to come back next week with Finnick? And that's
So
it.
the
Finnick and Corwin, they'd be like,
Hello? Hello?
guys,
The
hello.
guys haven't come back in a while. What are we going to do?
All right, so the werebear hears you say that and starts to connect one and two, maybe two and two together. That this companion of yours stood there and did nothing this entire time, even when the Goliath walked in and is moving very slowly when there was a fight. That the Goliath takes its axe and takes a swing. Ouch, please don't do
Chop the head
this.
right off.
Ouch. Oh, minimum damage. Now you decide to fight. This is, jeez, it's not bad actually. It's pretty good. All right, that's one, and then two does this just because it's there. It's also
Mhm.
it's two minimum damages. Okay, so now
She's
it's the
hesitant at fighting it because she knows it's something that's undead and it shouldn't be there, but yet now it's a
sh-
friend? Question mark?
and well, now that your mummy's been attacked,
It will defend itself.
Yeah.
okay, well, the first thing it's gonna do is this. And now he needs to roll this. Oh, Lord.
Well, stop playing with yourself, Martin.
This werebear is now completely paralyzed until the end of that mummy's turn. So now it's your turn.
I run up, grab the mummy, and try throw it back in the house.
Why don't you just
It-
tell it to
Is that
stop?
possible?
It listens to you.
Well, apparently you're
Yep.
grappling, so that would be athletics
I'm trying to put it inside the house, close the door, and tell it to stop.
versus its strength. So you grab it. Now what?
I push it in the house, tell it stop, and try to close the door. Actually, this would be a
That's a
window, wouldn't it?
window. That's a
I-
window. You just shoved it through a window.
Yeah. Tell it stop.
Okay. And you hear the one go, "Oh, it attacked me."
One moment.
Okay.
I tell Bear, let's talk through this.
Werebear
Obviously,
is
we don't
standing there
understand.
She's
staring.
paralyzed.
Yeah. And I explained how we come across it. We killed off the what do you call it? What was the we
I don't
killed off
know.
the moose and we killed off its that brought it back.
I don't know. I just work here
So we
sometimes.
killed off the white moose and then we killed off its controller that brought the white moose back, which was a
How long are you talking for?
where we found the mummy at.
No, how
As,
long
as
are you
long as he's
talking
talking
for?
right now, because he can't remember stuff very well, so he
So
stutters and stammers.
after 6 seconds,
Yep.
it's now the werebear's turn. Nothing happens.
Yep.
Then the mummy comes back, and the mummy. Oh, I have to roll this actually. Mummy has to roll this.
Remember, I told the
I
mummies
know.
to stop.
That's why. What? And mummy is now trying to push its way. It rolled an 8. It was not a successful listen. It felt threatened. It's trying to move past you. So strength. It's gonna do its strength versus your strength. It's gonna push through you. It gets through, but its action was the grapple. So it's now there. Its turn is over. The werebear snaps out of it and is like, "You evil! You are pure evil!" And it's now your turn. It's not the werebear's turn. It's your turn.
I try to throw the mummy back in there again and tell it to stop again,
Grapple.
which is athletics.
Okay, so you grab it again. You move it back in here. That's your turn.
Yep. And I try to tell her, stop, let's talk,
She says,
figure this out.
"That's fine. We'll talk after." And she takes a swing at your your mummy thing. Hold on a second.
Since it's pushed in through the window,
It's just a great axe cutting through the wall. Don't need that. Wow. Never mind. Oh. Well, hit it. That's not what I needed. That's what I needed. 7. Reach for claw. Can't really reach for a bite. 27. 14, so 21. She can't move through you because you're no longer friend. So now what? To Mummy's turn. Mummy's actually can swing at Werebear. Mummy can take a swing. Ouch. Okay, so this. Let's see if she's immune from No, never mind. This is gonna hurt.
So who's gonna win here? Y'all want to take bets?
The bear will win, but I don't know. I depends on how much health the mummy has.
DC 12. DC 12 Constitution.
Oh, or unless she doesn't, or if she, unless the, oh, there we go.
Yeah, no problem.
The mummy kept the bear paralyzed. Then
Oh, wow. I would have been just like that dinosaur. I would have cried. All right, so the mummy did it. It's your turn.
See how much trouble we cause the DM? I try to push the mummy back.
You're normal sized human, so you are
Yep.
5 feet is there. You can't
I'm
push it 10 feet away from you. Your arms aren't that long. Unless you go into the house with it.
I'll try to go through the window and push it back.
Go through with your strength,
Okay.
and then it'll do
Strength
it's
or
it'll just
athletics?
it's just strength because you're just strength to strength. Okay, you're stuck where you were. Put your back. You basically it was like I don't think so. You do. Seven.
See, I don't want to kill either one.
I know. So 8, 15 points of damage. Yeah. And 10, so that's 25 points of damage. And the mummy falls. And the werebear is huffing and puffing and now looks at you and goes, "Why are you hanging around a mummy? An evil spawn to this earth."
It agreed to help kill the
Yeah, come on, you can do it.
the Frostmaiden.
And as inquisitively it looks on the face of a polar bear with one eye, thinks to itself, "Why would an evil being such as a mummy?"
Is all
Well,
mummies evil? This one?
yes, to her,
Yeah.
all mummies are evil.
And then I explained to her this one. I let her know the name of the mummy. This was a moon elf that got changed into a mummy.
Okay, you need
Yeah.
to work on how things become mummies.
Yeah.
They usually are, like prepared to become a mummy.
I know nothing about mummies.
Oh
So
my
my
God, you need to
character,
research.
no, my character knows nothing about mummies.
Okay, and at that
So
point,
what
it
would
looks and
my
says
character?
all mummies are evil. Your character, if that's what your
Yeah.
character knows, and what your character knows.
This mummy, I have never seen it do anything evil. It's actually tried to protect and defend us.
And the response from the werebear is just, "You were hanging around with pure evil.
It
We
never
need to
showed.
cleanse the earth of these." I wouldn't even say being.
Yeah. From what I gather, it was forced. As far as I know, it was forced into this. This was not its choice.
And
But yet it was trying to protect and defend good people.
and the werebear's happy with what she did, and she basically is now removed from the scourge of this earth. One more bag of dust, bag of bones, bag of wraps.
I'm still gonna go bury my two friends in there, Bacon and the other one.
He
Doesn't
says,
even
she
remember
says,
my name anymore. It's just the
exactly
other
that
one.
one over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that Howler or something,
The
the other one.
werebear says, "I can tell you are good of heart." That wasn't. So,
It only showed me goodness
do you
and
need
protection.
me to get you back to Lonelywood? I will not enter the city.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 2 extra axe beaks
Yep.
to carry, and you have an 11 hour trip.
I also gather up the thing if she has the thing that brought us back.
The
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 spear.
summer star.
Yeah.
Star.
I explained to him if she's okay with it, I want to take it back because I have other friends that's going to know more about this and how to
And,
use it.
and you see, okay, she looks at it and she's like,
You know,
I don't care.
I take the blueprints from it, bury the friends, bury the mummy too,
Okay.
yeah, and go back towards Lonelywood.
So show me how you collect your friends.
Is there a dustpan in there?
I don't know. Go find one. Walk around
I'll figure out. There should be a broom in here somewhere.
somewhere here, probably.
If I can select. There we go.
I mean, none of us did we have magical items on us? Because magical items don't get destroyed; they would
That's
still
very
be sitting
true.
there.
Yeah.
That's very true. You have
No?
some boots of the hinderness.
Yeah.
You can't go through walls. Come on, you're not a thrill.
Well, where's the doors right there?
Yeah.
So I see broom stuff in there.
Yeah, maybe you find a broom. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you
Okay.
find a little foxtail
So
or
there's a
something.
little bag of tricks. There's a potion of acid
Okay.
resistance, 2 potions of animal friendship, a potion of force resistance.
We'll
That's what
get the
dropped
list
off
in a
me.
second.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get there in a second. I just want to make sure he cleans the bodies up
Yeah.
properly.
He
You
I
might
won't.
would
find,
go.
a piece of paper.
Yeah. I find something to get them on, collect
Too
them.
bad the 50 gold
See
went.
if I can find a bag or something, put each in, so I keep them separate.
What
And I collect
dash?
all the stuff and put to the
But they
side
were
that
friends.
survived.
They can be buried together.
Well, I'd bury them side by side so there would be a cross for each,
Do
respective
you
each.
do anything else?
We're gonna be
I
buried by the
gather,
black cabin. That's sad.
I gather their goods up. Now the question I have to answer for myself: would they want to be buried here, or would Bacon want me to take him back to his family,
Well,
since
you
I've
get
met his
nothing,
family?
Howler.
I know. I told you. You
And
forgot my
then I
name.
have
I'm
to
not
ask.
even there.
Kicked to the curb.
Then I would have to ask, what would Howler want? The problem is,
Who are you asking? Yourself?
exactly.
If you answer yourself, there's a problem.
Yeah. So as I'm talking through this, okay, I collect their bones up, and I decide to. I know Howler and Bacon was good close friends, right, for a long
Yeah.
time. So I would go. I'd take the remains back to Bacon's family, and then take Howler with and ask them if they knew what Howler would want. Does that make sense?
True, but you never know where Howler's family was.
That's the problem. I don't know Howler's family.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I would go to Bacon's family to see if they knew anything, since Bacon and
Bacon's
Howler
family
were
wouldn't know
friends.
anything really of me either, because I don't think we've ever stopped there
Once we did.
Yeah.
We went to
much. Yeah, we did once
much. Yeah.
now, but I mean, like in our
Yeah.
past history. I don't know,
I
Tom. Did
I
we?
got nothing.
Right.
In that case,
Because
I'd
you didn't want to go back to your family that often.
Yep.
So I don't know if they'd know much about me, other than
in
maybe I
that
was a traveling companion with him for a while, but that would be it.
in that case, you would y'all be buried side by side if they didn't know what to do with Howler. Say, well, you were friends in life, you'll be friends in death.
Well, you have to figure that out whenever you make the long trek over there to go do all that. Because that
I
won't be
do search.
that won't be like a done done thing.
I do
So I
get the.
thought Briar was from the same village. Like they
I'm
didn't know each other, but I thought you were from the same village as Heller.
No, I was from the same area. I may have traveled through there, but
I was Mountain Goliath. I don't think he was Mountain Goliath. I thought you were a different Goliath.
oh, actually, would I know any other Goliaths in the area? I'm gonna ask her what she would know if she knew of Howler. If she knew of any mountain Goliaths around.
I was from way on the other side.
Like the Spire or whatever, something like that.
Yeah. I've got time to figure out what to do with both y'all's bodies, so
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
I've got them
write it in your
collected.
notes of things that Briar wants to do.
Poor
There you
mummy.
go.
Yeah, the mummy will get buried here. I do search the rest of the house for different things. I
Oh,
do
thank
collect the
God.
blueprints. I had not got that far yet.
All right, so as you're searching the rest of the house, something you find near the skeleton or the body, you find the charred book next to the original body of Macretus. On all you can read on the side of it, it is charged as Ether, Ether. They were part of a much longer title. But I will admit, if I remember correctly, who was picking up all the books when you guys were at the Nethril Spire? That
Uh,
was, if I remember, this Goliath over here. Well, you find out it happens to be the same book or the
Oh,
same type of book called The Magical Wonders of the Netheril that you found at the Netheril Spire. Imagine that. Doesn't give you anything. It's just you found another book from there. You do find a pendant that is unmarred in the bones and dust of where Macretus was. So you sense that there may have been some form of magic. Um, you find books, you find not scrolls, blueprints, which you said you collected anyway. Um, and
can
then when you
probably
get
come up with
outside,
some excuse that he can't wear the boots of the Winterland because they were on a dead friend or something
there,
now.
there you go.
yeah.
You find a letter in a scroll that says, but it remained intact. And what it looks like is that it's never been opened. The scroll case has still had the wax attached to it. Do you crack it?
From what little I know, do I think it might be magical?
I don't know. I can already tell you, you're carrying lots of
Save it
magical
for
items. You don't even
Corwin.
know what they are.
What was that, Howler?
Save it for Corwin.
Yeah. Since I'm thinking back and we opened that one thing magical and it turned to dust, I'd be very hesitant to open it because I don't know. So I'd just
Okay,
hold
okay.
on to it.
Okay. So, as you step outside and the werebear's there, and actually we can do it, we can do it down here. You get
Yeah.
down, the werebear's looking at you, you're looking at the werebear, and the werebear's like, we just pissed off the Frostmaiden. Those were personal lieutenants of hers that we just banished.
I've pissed her off several times before, I think.
And then she bids you good day and says, I hope you make it back to town.
Okay.
You didn't make a friend, but you really didn't make an enemy.
I make sure I've gathered up all the stuff.
Why would she leave? Because I mean, she's going to be in the same type of, hunting as he is, since they both just killed him. But
Oh yeah, but she knows what to expect. She was just letting him know that he just put a mark on his back.
Probably a
yeah, but
third or
won't
fourth.
they survive better together for now?
True, but the Goliath already said she offered to take him to town, and he said no, thank you. So she said, all right. And she
Actually, no,
turned.
I didn't say that, did I?
Yeah, I just said. So you ready to go back to Lonelywood? Do you want me to take you back to Lonelywood? And you said no, I'm good.
I was,
Do you want her? She won't go to the
yeah,
town, but she will help you get back.
I would ask her, I would invite to travel with me back
That's
to the
fine. She will take you, but
outskirts.
she will not take you
He needs a
into
girl to
town.
protect her.
That's right.
Hey, she's a good looking Goliath. Come on
Okay.
now. It
So
gets lonely in the
I'll
town.
tell you this: you're gonna make it back to Lonelywood, and I want to hear how your story goes to Finnick. So when you come back and you've got extra axe beaks and you're carrying other people's equipment.
But that can be next session.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
I
Maybe
true.
want
we
to
can
hear
Very,
get
that played
oh,
out between them. I
Finnick.
really do.
So
yeah.
here's going to be the fun part because I struggle with memory at times. It's going to be fun to see how much I
You,
remember.
you.
Start
Why
writing
are
it
you
down.
not taking notes right now of everything that
What,
happened so that you can
what you think
remember?
I've been doing?
He
There you
wrote
go.
mummy.
Yeah.
At least it was mummy and not mommy.
That's right. It wasn't your mother.
What was the her name? Goliath
The
or
mummy?
Werebear? No, the Goliath.
Oh,
Goliath was it's right here. Big long last name, big long first name, big long name right there. Oxamana Rana Nakapakalaka
let's
Snaka
call her
Raka.
Oya. Oya.
Oh yeah. Oya. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was up here somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Don't knock the soda over. He's got it. He's got the book
Okay.
right here. If you need this one. Oh, you want
So is that where we're ending it tonight?
That's where.
Yeah. I think our DM's gonna pass out or something.
Yes, that's where we're ending it tonight. Next week we get to see if Finnick can actually hear what happened.
And we'll try to see if we can get it streaming next week. If not, big long synopsis next time.
You betcha.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good
So
night.
how